It's an AI song generator.
To the tune of OPP, minority by nature. No time for idle chitter chat and petty iteration. Teaming to me exponentially like I'm Barack's inauguration. Erratic calculations, nah, I'll runs the infinite. Only way I slow me down is with some calcing by a limit. They might no longer show the work, the answer self-evident. Some truth should be proclaimed in the Declaration of Independence. Things not instantaneous can be approximated by adding up our changes till everything integrated. Word to my partners in calculus. Yo, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. Integral, grind exponential. You down with BCP? That's the way we rotate radiannually. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah.
He doesn't play that. Nobody wants to watch it. Do I gotta play it myself?
You gotta play with yourself. It's a weeknight. That's what he does. It's a weeknight.
It just ruined it for me. Ruined it for me. What's up, guys? You know, I want to point out right now that StreamYard has changed some things. They keep adding so much stuff to their streaming capabilities, and one is that they have we're testing this out. There's two different streams. One is with your phone like this. The other is with your phone like this. So if you're on a computer and you are seeing it like portrait style, just go to the channel and click on the other stream. They're both going at the same time. And if you're on your phone and you're watching it in this dimension and you don't like it because you like to watch it in this dimension, or it's just too smushed together, then you can go to the channel, switch over to the other broadcast, which is this version. I just want to let you guys know that it's something I noticed in somebody in Bearski's show. I was in his chat and I was like, what the hell? I'm on my computer. I'm watching it like this. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So if you are, and you want to change your view, just go to the channel and select the correct one that you want to watch, which platform you want to watch it from. I feel like I need to keep making public service announcements the entire show for that as people come in. What, no super chats?
Yeah, I don't think you do. Even a dummy like me can figure that stuff out.
Well, because I have
not a computer guy, man.
But listen, I have the show open,
or roof, or whatever, man. That's fine. But computer crap.
I have the show over here with my Mr. Shorty account, and I have the chat popped out, and I'm like seeing everyone in chat here on the show before it started, and I'm seeing nothing on this platform. So I think all the chats were coming from this platform. So I'm just letting you guys know.
I see nothing.
So far, I don't like the experiment.
I don't know what you're talking
about.
Well,
I can say this. I'm sorry, Foster.
No, I wasn't looking at it. I'm looking at that. There's plenty of stuff in our chat. Never mind. We should just skip this. It's a waste of time.
No, it really isn't. Because
hit me up.
If people don't know that there's two different broadcasts going on, one like this and one like this, and they're in the wrong one, they might be like, what the hell am I looking at here? So there's two different streams. You can log one this direction, one this direction.
It is so hard for me to identify
as a man.
People in the chat are with this new way of at Mr. Mayhem. I couldn't figure out who that is, but it took me a minute to figure out who Heidi was. It took me a minute again to recognize who Armando Lara Jr. is.
Oh, we went a whole show without recognizing him. The only reason why I knew is because of his icon.
Yeah, it's so crazy to me. I mean, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, man, I'm trying to guess and make sure I get the guys right.
That's the one we
hi, chat.
Tell everybody is.
Well, first off,
we don't know who's who. I was gonna say that's real easy. You can go in. Wait, you can go in and change it. I did it on my two of. I think I did it on all three of them. So all of mine say what they always said. Because you can change it pretty easy. I don't remember how to do it. I just did it.
Carl, you want to tell them how to do it? Have you figured it out?
Oh, I just wanted to ask Foster who's who in the zoo.
Man, it's
Sometimes he's just right
Maurice,
over my head.
Fox King, and
Actually
Fox
thinking about
Jones.
doing fish and spaghetti.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think when I drive into your house.
Mastacholi, though. Twice baked mastacholi.
Like to stroke my pussy, darling?
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
Oh, that's really rude of you. I'm not gonna lie, PJ.
I really wouldn't do it though.
Echo.
20 is 20.
Rick, where are we getting echo from? Tell us. Let's all take a test, and then we'll see where the echo's coming from. I'll start.
A COVID test?
Testing. PJ.
Testing.
Echo. Testing. Echo.
All of you.
All of us.
It must be that double recording.
Oh, it could
Double
be.
screen thingy.
Can we stop that in the middle of the show?
There's a chance.
I doubt we can.
I bet you that's what it is, though. Double recording means echo.
So what stream is chat watching right now? Because if Dan hasn't made this painfully obvious, there are 2 broadcasts occurring right now. Are we watching the horizontal, the traditional, or are we watching the vertical?
Do the people in the chat
normal
have
one
the
on my
chance to
phone.
change which one they want?
Yeah.
So if they cancel out the other one, would they still have an echo?
Well, here's the thing, Paige. If you're on your phone and you go to it, like, because this is how I found that I hit Bear Skis because it popped on my thing. So I was going to see what they were talking about. And I'm like, this sucks. I don't like this because I can see half the faces and,
Yeah, it's like right in the middle of the screen.
I just swiped it off and I went back to Bear Ski Films. And then I hit the next one and it was the normal,
Tradition.
both of them on there. And then the chat like it normally is. So I know you can find them both. Like I said, if I was able to do it.
Okay, so Romy's saying it's regular direction, but 3 screens pushed together. So just
the phone for you.
That's the phone up.
Yeah, leave this stream, go to the channel, and you'll see 2 live at the same time. Pick the other one, and it'll give you the. I'm sorry.
You see how he got his phone on his thing?
Simply put, do you guys see the name of the stream right? The Bears are making history. Exclamation point, pipe, Bears Country Podcasts. You want to watch the one, I think you guys should all be watching the one that does not have the phone. The idea was for the phone to hit a different avenue, right? It's the same stream, the same content, but it's being simulcasted to 2 separate spots. Your YouTube sub box, you could search for it, or you could be on YouTube Shorts, which is effectively TikTok, Instagram Reels, but just through Google's YouTube platform. Yeah, so I think in the future, if I'm allowed to speak for the group here, I think that we should eliminate the mobile version for YouTube.
I agree.
And we should be streaming to another platform, i.e. TikTok, Instagram, so on and so forth.
Now,
peace.
Armando, Laura Jr., and Romy, I see on the YouTube thing, the phone thing. So I'm wondering, are you 2 guys having the echo problem? And if you just switch to the other one, would that eliminate it? I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, you saw there what he pulled up. There was like a little phone right after Bears Country.
Even on their names in the chat. I'm looking over there at the chat. I see at their names, at the end of their names, they got the little phone icon. Like for this one that says telecopier.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm wondering.
Good observation.
Hey, actually, yeah, that's fantastic. PJ's running chat tonight, I guess. Yeah, Armando, Lara Jr., Romy. We're just introducing our chat members right now, by the way. But no, I think it's just those 2. Maybe even Cliff Victoria. Yes, no. It looks like you guys are watching Squeegee. Squeegee. Yeah. Romy. We already said
Cliff
Romy.
Victoria. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that if you heard your name, simply put, I would leave the show, find the broadcast that does not have the little phone icon at the end of it, and then come back.
Hold on, I'm trying something, Rick.
Mr.
Let's see if
Mayhem.
this works. Does this sound any better, Rick? I just did a few things, and let's see if that sounds any better for you.
I don't see Romy's at Romy's. I don't see that phone icon no more.
Yep, Romy or Tecolote. So now we'll be able to notice anyone in chat popping in, and we can see that little stupid. This was just a test. I wanted to try it out.
Yeah,
and
I stripped out all those changes you made for me. I did watch it on both broadcasts, and I don't know where that's coming from.
Armando says it's now fixed. So
thank God. And yeah, and we can tell, Armando, now that it's fixed because we don't see the phone icon next to your screen. So I think that was the true fix.
Yes, thank you, Peach. Good
all right
eye there, my man.
I'm done for the night.
Hey, all right. Listen, let's just restart the show. Let's just restart the show, okay? We got Sriram hanging out in the back, waiting to come on.
No super chats?
We've got all you guys in chat we want to say hi to, man. Rick, Squeegee, Armando, Cliff, Victoria, Amphieris, John S., our excellent members. Thank you so much for being Chad Spieger, for being a member now for 10 months.
Hi, Chad.
What's up, Chad?
Heidi.
We just got the our members content done for you tonight. That'll be uploaded soon. Heidi, what's up? Great to see you again. Mr. Mayhem. Also, if you guys just to let you know, I did set up the GoFundMe for Minister Charles Johnson to try to get his bottom set of dentures. So I know you guys, I only did it because you guys in chat last week were also, everyone, there was so many people saying they would love to help. So I made sure I got that done before the show tonight. The link to it is in the description. You can go to his channel. Aldo, I put it out on Twitter too. Aldo Gandia already saw it and put in $100. Oh, Cliff just donated 50. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Cliff.
Awesome, Cliff. Awesome, brother. Awesome.
Squeegee just became a new member.
Awesome.
Appreciate you, Squeegee. Appreciate you, brother. Tis the season to be giving. Of thanks. So thank you guys.
You guys are fucking awesome. I love you guys, man. Thank you guys.
That was good, dude.
And so yeah, the link is in the description. It's also at the very top of the chat too, if you want to find it there.
Let me see how quickly I can do this. I mean, I think that I wouldn't say this is surprising because our community is fantastic, right? But we're almost at $200. Again, Aldo at $100 donated, Cliff Victoria $50, Mr. Jeremy Munoz $25, and then Ashley Posey $20. You guys are incredible.
I set that up 2 hours ago.
Yeah, well, we knew it was gonna. Everybody sat here and said, "I'll throw in 10." Cliff said he'd throw in 50. I said I'd throw in 50. I didn't even know you set it up, so we knew it. It doesn't matter. It's going to be taken care of, dude. That's all that matters.
And I was
the family takes care of the family, brother. That's simple.
And I was going to say before the show, and I will adhere to that I will match 50% of the first 10 people that donate. I was going to do 100% until I saw Elo do $100. I'm like, oh, well, we're almost halfway there now because of me. So I'm not going to call
my brother and get $1,000 from the trust and put it in there just to screw Shorty over. I'm joking too. I can't do that anyways.
If you go to his to the GoFundMe, you'll find that the reason why he had his teeth removed is because he had 3 strokes in January, February, and May of 2023, and they put him on this medication that gave him dry mouth, and the dry mouth ended up rotting his teeth out of his head because he had no saliva to that you need in your mouth, and so all of his teeth had to be removed, and he could only afford the top set of dentures. And what fucking good is that if you can't chew food? Plus, the bottom set helps to keep the top set in when your mouth is, when you're talking, when your mouth is closed. So
he needs to just be able to live comfortable, and teeth will make his life a big change in his life. Speech, eating, appearance, it's all there. We're all people. We know what it's about.
So Jeremy,
we're gonna just help.
Jeremy, Cliff, I want to thank you guys for your generous donations. Thank you guys. You guys are all so fucking amazing. Thank you.
Okay, I got a question.
Absolutely amazing.
Because I'm looking at our chat, and in our chat, I don't see it. But when I look on a separate YouTube channel, I'm seeing something about like a Abdi something sent 100 for two jewels. What is that? Can you guys see that?
Where?
I don't, but the jewels are worth.
Then Abdi sent Marshmallow High for 100 jewels. It's always just
jewels are worth money.
I wonder if that is because of the mobile stream. The mobile stream might allow that to come through.
I don't know. I think I've seen it on the regular thing just recently because somebody was
and
saying.
I see that Abdi High where they got that phone thing.
The phone going on, yeah.
Okay.
So maybe that's what I'm watching it on or something because it's saying something.
So Chad, you just hopped in too. You have the little phone icon next to your name there in chat. That means this is going to be a problem the whole show.
No, it isn't. Just forget it.
We're trying. StreamYard has two different streams now. One this direction and one this direction. If you see the phone next to your name, you're getting it in the portrait mode. If you go to the channel and you select the other live stream, it'll take you to this one, and you will no longer see your phone on the side next to your name, on the right side of your name. So,
you see what Rick said?
Man, I need to lay off the weed. I had the echo because I had the show on my phone and PC. And when I closed my phone off the show, the echo stopped. And
I just like the way it started. Man, I need to lay off the weed. I understand that moment in time, Rick. I understand that prophetically, dude.
I have to explain the phone thing to Minister Charles.
Oh, Minister Charles, yeah. So Minister,
did you hear us talking and he just popped on, or is it like normal?
Do you see, Minister? Do you see next to your name there in chat? You'll see a little phone icon right next to your name. Or maybe he doesn't see it because I don't see it in the actual chat. Yeah. So, Minister, you're currently watching us in a view that we're trying out because it's a new thing that StreamYard offered. So, go back to the channel, unless you like this view on your phone. Go back to the channel and select the other live stream. It'll put you from this mode on your phone to this mode, and then you'll be able to watch it normally, especially if you're on your computer. Man, what a mistake that was.
Man, we do have a guest in the background.
No shit. I'm sorry, Sriram. Damn, let's bring him on.
Yep.
Shiro, but authority. We talking about Shiro. We talking to Shiro. It's been a long time, baby. Shiro.
Only a week.
Yo, it was a pleasure the last time that you joined us on the show. Yo, our good friend Shriram, we want to thank you for joining us once again.
What's up, my man? I'm sorry for keeping you so long. This whole thing got the whole show all fucked up, man. How you doing tonight?
Good, man. There is nothing to ever apologize for. It's a pleasure and honor being with the three handsome bears as always. So thank you for once again having me on. Always appreciated, man.
Man, I told you, you got an open invite, my friend. Anytime.
Thank you, sir.
You just let us know.
I need some of Rick's weed, man, and put the music back on.
How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Good. I'm inadequate because I'm the only one who is underdressed for the occasion. All three of you are in full wardrobe. And here I am wearing and having absolutely nothing to do with the Bears and anywhere in my environment, all in my mind. So hopefully our conversation will get me out of my inadequacies here.
Shit, listen, man,
fuck Green Bay.
Your conversation is all that's needed. We don't need the paraphernalia.
Oh, man.
I was going to say, I think she said that to me once. Our conversation will get you out of your inadequacies.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dan doesn't care if you're dressed at all. Oh my, I'm choking him.
Ambulance. Who's calling? I got it, guys. Hang on.
That was karma kicking you in the ass there, Carl.
Just don't look at my ass anymore, please.
Oh man.
What about that last Bears game? That was pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing.
Used to thinking that we're going to lose again because we've been thinking that way for too long. Because that's what we do. We don't win those games. We don't win those games that we've been winning. We don't win them.
It's
not consistently for 15 years.
Odd feeling, isn't it?
You know, and shit. So, you know, if Caleb, because we certainly know that Caleb Williams can play off time and off script. We've seen it time and time again. Wait till he gets down how to be a pocket passer. This is kind of like what Lamar Jackson went through. Because that's really all it is. And people are complaining left and right about, oh, he's never going to make it, da-da-da. He's got the hard part done already. He can play off schedule and off time. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying this is where I wanted to start with this tonight. That's why I just said it, Shree.
The haters are
dropping.
Knew
I was going to even bring it up.
The haters are up. They're dropping like flies, though, man.
Yeah, well, game at a time. You know what? They need to win like 3 more so I can trim this freaking beard because it's starting to bother me this year.
No shit. I wanted to talk about that, man. This is a bad idea, Foster.
I've gone too far. Look at this. I don't want to scare anybody, but
too late.
Oh, these games are killing me. They're killing me.
We are absolutely adding that to the soundboard. Thank you, Foster.
You got to get the audio clip too, or the video clip too. I mean,
video, audio, it's all going to be garbage.
Look at how much.
What do you guys think? Because Caleb's been in the conversation for about for the whole season.
Yeah,
he's not good
2
enough.
seasons.
You know, he paints all this crap that we've heard for the last 10, 12 weeks, 15 weeks. What do you think, Shree?
Well, I was never one to pay much attention to the fingernails thing or even the what was purported to be diva behavior in college. Because we were blessed and lucky more than 28 years ago to witness the greatness of a gentleman named Dennis Rodman. We learned at a much younger age that shit doesn't matter, especially in our fine city where if you bust your ass and you perform and you play with passion, 95% of us will embrace you and never forget you. And that's not, I don't mean to, I'm not really even exaggerating here. If you ever watch any interviews of even Dennis Rodman to this day, today, the way he talks about Chicago, which he has not been a resident of for almost 30 years now, the man, you can see it in his eyes and his tears, the way he talks about how much he's embraced here. He was 10 times more flamboyant than Caleb Williams will ever even dream of being, and there wasn't a thing. So I don't believe
that's true.
The narratives about him really mattered to a lot of us in Chicago, although I may be speaking from a vacuum here. So for me, when he started playing, all of the scouting reports from college went all out the window. All that mattered was, compared to our history of quarterbacks, how he has performed and how he has progressed and slowly but surely eliminated bad mistakes or bad habits or not repeated bad mistakes too many times. And overall, it's still been fundamentally a pleasure to watch the improvement. The only things that I wonder about are, at least in college, accuracy or lack thereof was not something we heard much about, either because the college game itself lent itself to him having more than enough time behind the pocket and outside of the pocket where he wasn't being hunted by people, where those probably few extra seconds each time after he dropped back made a difference and made him look a lot better in college, or in the process of Coach Johnson changing for the better some of the habits that probably won't work in the NFL, like footwork and all that good stuff, that accuracy had to suffer for a bit while the new way of thinking and doing actually becomes fortified and becomes muscle memory. So I don't know. This is just something that I've observed, that passes that I had seen him throw like darts before aren't happening the same way. Some of them, of course, due to receivers running the bad routes, but I don't think all of them would be that. So that's what I have noticed. But all in all, one can only be pleased and very happy with what looks to be a real and sustainable growth. That's at least what I've observed.
All right,
Man,
all right. I
you
agree.
just the way that you word things is just so spectacular. You are 100% correct in everything that you said, and I agree with it. And I haven't heard PJ talk enough yet. So
about
our 7-3 Bears, man.
7-3 Bears.
7-3 Bears.
7-3 Bears, man. We haven't had you on in so long.
I want to get his take on Caleb, just because I want to hear what he has to say about the quarterback. If you don't mind,
it's
I'm gonna start biting my nails now.
That's the quarterback that you're talking about, PJ. That cute little guy there. So
I think he hasn't played the greatest lately, but in the fourth quarter, he rises to the occasion and leads us to victory. But if we're being honest, I mean, his completion rate hasn't been the greatest and all these other things, which speaks to me for the team. I think Ben Johnson has created a team that can win. He has, even with subpar quarterback play, we still able to win. I love the fact that I think it was after the bye week, we started running the ball more and became the leader in rushing. And I think that's the secret to this team winning, is being able to run the ball. Because before the bye and all of last year, I wanted to get rid of Swift. I wanted to, bro, I need him gone. And since the bye, he has played. And I think I said this in the comment, Carl, or the chat or our text message on Sunday. I think he has been really playing well since the bye, and I've been impressed with that. And then combining the way Monungai has been playing to complement it, I'm impressed with our run game. I really am. So for me, it's not just about Caleb. I mean, I think Caleb has made some good throws at times, but like I said, the last few weeks hasn't been the greatest, be it drops, be it guys just not catching the ball.
Too many drops, Pete.
Yeah. So I mean, but in spite of that,
right,
we're winning. We're winning, and
as a team.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, even with our defense, it hasn't always been the greatest either, but then we'll have moments where we have some pretty good turnovers. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I've seen somewhere where three of the four top interception guys are Bears.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I want to interrupt you and throw this in real quick.
Can I interrupt Foster? I wanted to ask PJ if he was interested in a pop quiz.
Yeah.
It's a two-parter, okay? What was the completion percentage threshold that Ben Johnson wanted to see from Caleb Williams this year?
70%, correct?
Yep. What quarterback in Arizona got benched for Jacoby Brissett?
Kyler Murray.
All right, so you got two quarterbacks above 70% completion percentage for the year. Obviously, those are two good players. But in what is that, 8th place, you got Kyler Murray. So is the completion percentage really that big of a deal? Is it?
Yes. I think so. I mean, I guess it depends on when you have the completions and how much. If you're like throwing 50 times and you complete 25 balls, and out of 25 balls that you're completing them for 20 yards a clip, man, great game. But if you're only throwing, like, let's say 30 balls and you're only completing 15, and out of that 15, you're only completing 10 yards a clip, not good. Right. So it's relative.
When you bring up completion percentage, Patrick Mahomes has 64.5%. Baker Mayfield has 63.5% on the 2025 NFL season. Justin Fields has 62.7%.
What's Caleb at?
59.7. So a completion percentage is maybe the outer layer. You know, when you're at the grocery store and you're looking for an onion, you could kind of get rid of that crap on the outside and you could find a good onion. It's just, I think that when you hone in on the completion percentage and have that be the basis of your argument, yes, I'm talking about you, Paul. It's not the full story is my point here.
It may not be the full story, but I still think it matters. That's the point I was trying to make.
Fair enough. What were you going to say?
PJ, sorry, I had a quick question for PJ. What did you think about what I brought up regarding accuracy now versus what we saw in the past? What do you think it could be? Just because your background and what you do would speak a lot to perspective.
Because drops are coming from so many different players, I'm wondering, is it the way he's throwing the ball? Is he throwing it too hard for these guys to catch it? The spin on it? I don't know. I mean, but it's concerning when so many different players are dropping the ball. As opposed
what do you think about the overthrows? I specifically noticed more overthrows than I'd ever noticed from him prior to this year. Granted, the sample size is small. It's last year, but this could just be a bias of recency, as they say. But I did not notice him, especially on the run, with the not hitting it the same way. At least he hit it like we saw last year. Definitely not in college. So that's what I was curious about. What you thought about that?
I think that because Ben is teaching him something different, it's a learning curve. So this year, probably even some next year, you'll see probably his percentage on those type of throws not as high because he's learning different footwork. So I can expect that. I can handle that. I can handle that because that's to be expected. Because if you've been doing something a certain way all your time, now they're changing it. Okay, I get it. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just more concerned about, like I said, when it's hitting these players in the hand, and it's not just one player, but different players, and they're dropping it. And I'm like, now what's causing that? Now I know DJ, he tend to like get the ball in his hand and he look away as soon as it touches his hand. So that can contribute to it a lot. But not everyone's doing that. I mean, why is Rome dropping the ball? Because it seems like Rome's dropping the ball a lot.
Zacchaeus
and Luther last Sunday too. A couple of
yeah, and that's why
Manon guy.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like
everybody is.
Yeah, so but that's concerning.
Did you think there was? I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but because it wasn't just us who dropped a shitload last Sunday, Jordan Addison on the other side, we're talking just 4-yard outs to the flat. He dropped a ton. So I was wondering, is there something to how they prepared the game ball for last Sunday when it was happening on both sides?
My wife,
they overinflated them.
My wife was saying the same thing because we were watching, other games in the rest of the day, and she was like, "What the fuck is going on right now? Everyone's dropping balls, right in their chest. They're just dropping their balls. Their balls are right in their chest, and they're fucking dropping them."
I was telling her that last week, not your wife.
That's what she said. Else. And it seemed like it was common throughout the NFL this past week. A lot of just wide open guys right in the chest, dropping them.
Well, especially in that game. And I think if I'm not mistaken,
60-yard kicks, field goals.
If you guys
one game, the 1 week,
wasn't there a lot of slips too? Guys slipping
last Sunday, or
I thought I've seen guys slipping on like in the red zone.
I have been dying to talk about this every show, and I keep forgetting. And you just reminded me. And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have to say this now before I could write it down and talk about it later. But think about all the indoor, all the domed teams with that fake grass. How many times you see people hacking up loogies and spitting all over that fucking grass, right? Like, what do they do to clean that? Do they like rinse it all down, and it goes into like it like drains through, and they drain it out. And no. I had to look it up. I had to ask AI this shit.
And what did it say?
They use a like a big device that like scrubs the grass, the fake grass, and like it kind of redistributes the rubber
Like a
in the
brush?
bottom. Yeah,
Like
and
a
it kind of
brush, yeah.
redistributes. Yeah, all those ground up rubbers. Because like I have Falcons season tickets, and I don't go to any games. I just have them for built-in Bears games. I sell the rest. Maybe a playoff game if the Bears were there or something. But I get access to tickets and shit, concerts and all that kind of stuff, which is great. The Bears don't do anything for any of their ticket holders like that. So they have a draft party, so you can go there as a season ticket holder and go on the field and go in the locker room and all this stuff. And I went one year, and I was on the field. I was looking at the grass, and if you like peel it apart, you can see all like a little rubber ground up chunks in the bottom of it that act as dirt, right? So they like stir that all up with this machine that scrubs it, and then it like drops all of it back down into the bottom. But like very rarely do they use like a machine that actually cleans it. Like maybe a couple times a year.
That would be steam.
It's a disinfectant solution that they put on it, and it's either done by like hand sprayers or by this machine, depending on whoever. It's so you think about that, like everyone's spitting all over a grass field. It rains, it snows, it's gone. But that shit just sits in that plastic, right? Like anyway,
very interesting.
Side note. Just wanted to ask the question. We were talking about what? To fill a standard bathtub with spit, you'd need to spit anywhere from about 8,000 to 50,000 times, depending on a few variables. Here's the breakdown with reasonable estimates and sources for the numbers.
So if you're worried about the spit and the loogies of a football player ruining and saturating a football field, if you got to spit 50,000 times to fill up a bathtub, is that really what's going on here, Dan?
Well, look, you take how many players on each side?
I would
no, we're not doing this.
Laying in somebody's loogie because they do it all over the field.
Yeah, one time. I mean, this is.
I don't know, dude.
This is insanity.
I'm just saying, throughout the course of weeks, it adds up.
Good reason to wear gloves.
But this is Minnesota Stadium in the direct case of the Bears, right? The stadium's how old? It's not even 10 years old. It's 5 years old. Like,
how many times would you need to get 8,000? Let's just say 20,000 spits on the carpet on that fake grass.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop, man? Next.
A 2, a 3.
It could be done in a you see guys spit every like 20 seconds sometimes.
Some guys spits on other players. Chase.
Yeah.
Where's the proof on that though?
Romy says Shorty brings the black light to the hotels when he goes to them.
But he's like looking for it, right? Like, yes, I found it. Yes.
Stay away from that spot.
I can't believe it's on in the corner on the ceiling.
Could we have dogs let the fields clean? Petty says the world may never know.
That is pretty gross though. Because I actually seen a player who put his hand in somebody's spit on turf, and I'm like,
yeah.
Yes. So yeah. So I know players don't do this, but one of the things I try to tell my players and during practice was, man, if you're gonna spit on this turf, please step on it and like rub it out.
And that's grass, right?
Turf.
Oh, it is turf. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, please step it out and rub it out, because other players, come behind y'all, put their hands down. So be considerate.
TJ, do you notice a lot of like knee and ankle injuries because they do play on turf, or is that
that's a great
question.
I notice a lot of, for me personally and the other coaches, just pain of like back and knees of standing on it. It's like, man, and I saw, players, they'll talk about it, but more because we've always practiced on turf. I don't know. I mean, they have, guys have their, knee injuries and what have you. And I just, we did have 2 guys go down with ACLs this year.
Wow.
Another guy went down with a meniscus, so maybe. Yeah, maybe, and it's like non-contact injuries. Man. Yeah.
And they won't ever. They would never consider moving to natural grass.
Us?
I'll be right back.
Just the cost of it would be just astronomical. Is that what it is?
No, it's the significance of the turf field itself. It was like installed. I mean, it's been upgraded since then, but it's like they made a big deal of it because it was like Reagan's Field.
Oh,
yeah, it's like Reagan's Field, so it was a big deal. So yeah, they're not. Yeah, I don't see that.
Well, Nancy.
You're right. Yeah, I don't see that happening. So no.
Wow.
And it is cheaper to maintain. You don't got to replace grass. You don't got to water. You don't. And then in the
divots and grass, though. That's a problem. Divots.
Yep.
And that, believe it or not, that can give you your ankle injuries and your knee injuries. Stepping in one of those divots to where you got totally. You get a little.
I do it in my backyard, walking behind the lawnmower.
yeah, it's like that's the tough part. Some of the jive is yeah. So it's a balancing act. I mean, but as far as like standing and actually work, your body feels better being in grass. But the sustained, I mean, you're faster on turf,
right?
And the sustained, I guess, looks of it looks better turf because
no doubt
you don't get the divots and all the things tore up. So it's a balancing act. It's just people are drawn to turf, I guess, because it looks better and what have you. And you get to play on turf, ooh. But I think it takes a toll on your body more. I do personally. I think it takes a toll on your body.
I would see it as no different than guys who pound their feet on hardwood basketball courts. Similar concept. Yeah.
Because when I was coming up, playing on tile basketball courts was very common. And it's like, man, it was hard on your knees, hard. I mean, just hard. I mean,
sure.
But then playing on that wood gives a little bit when you jump off of it, as opposed to that tile floor, you're not giving nothing. So
that's true.
Yeah. So it's it is a thing. So good analogy there, Sharon.
Or even honestly, runners who run seriously, their knees, they're shot to hell by the time they're 50, 60. I feel very, very bad for them. And if anybody ever is already like dreading the fact that they should go out for a jog or go out for a run, thinking about that is enough to make them stay inside and do something else.
Yes.
Get on a bicycle.
Exactly.
Or get one of those sponge floors.
The best thing we can do for ourselves is all go swimming, man. Swimming is like the best thing, safest, most cardiovascular benefit, and isometrics. Amazing.
Yeah. I recommend those sponge floors. Those are good for running.
So are you noticing, have there been more injuries this year, though, in the NFL for turf? It hasn't seemed to have been as much of an uproar week after week that at least had been from previous years. I'm not noticing as often.
Me either. I haven't noticed more. I think personally, they're changing what's under the turf. That we don't, I mean, that we're not seeing, because I know it used to be like sand or something. Now it's more the black pellets, and I think they're now transitioning to even something else now.
It's probably, if I had to guess, it's probably from floor to the top of the grass. It's probably this tall, but this much of it is rubber.
Yeah.
Because I took I'm gonna see if I can pull it up and show you guys while we're talking. I took a video of it when I was there for the draft, and I was on the field. Like I'm like lining up by like a wide receiver on the side. I'm like, yeah, I'm like trying to run on it back when I could actually run before my back was fucked 2 ways from Sunday. And I'm like, trying not to look stupid because I'm like, I really want to sprint on this and see what it's like and cut on it and see how my knees feel on it and stuff. And then really want to just like dive like I'm being hit and like land on it and see what it feels like. I didn't do that, but I did a little bit of the other stuff. But it's just looking around like, is anyone Anyone think of it?
Notice with the kids section and start playing football with the kids over
there. Sorry.
I'm gonna look this up while we're talking to see if I'll pull it up. It's very interesting. I found it very interesting to see it. So we were talking about Caleb Williams before I interrupted with the whole spit on the field thing. And I want to just Foster, did you want to add to that since you asked the question? Like, what do you think? Because I'll go last. I haven't even got to say anything yet.
I had something else that I wanted to throw in there, but I can't remember what it was because it was so long ago. I got to start writing stuff down again. So go ahead, Shorty.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to say that.
Oh, wait. Let me just throw this in because we were talking about Caleb.
Are you fucking with me?
No.
You're waiting for me to start talking so you're going to interrupt me?
That was all. It was good, Carl, because I didn't know what was going on, man.
I'm like
trying to run this program to bring you.
Ahead,
he's a baller, man. I hate him though. Like
I just wanted to say that's where you were at.
Him, man.
I got you. No, I mean, everyone knows how much of a Caleb meat rider that I am, right? Carl?
It's
Man, I mean, sir, what'd you say?
He's my bucket list quarterback, so I'm not happy seeing like those first in the first drive or two to start this game where the ball is just sailed, and then when I watch, I haven't. Shame on me. I haven't watched the all 22 that I pay for to watch because I've just been so fucking swamped at work. But I saw it in a couple of videos and stuff that I saw people post about Caleb throwing like the one to DJ that was overthrown. And it's just like his arm is so fucking strong that he flicks that ball like a booger, man. Like you think about that Hail Mary, not the Hail Mary, the flea flicker against the Cowboys, where he's just like back to him. He just went like a booger. Just flicked a booger off his hand, 65 yards for a touchdown, right? That's kind of what happened with these overthrows, the DJ and the Romadunze ones. Just like, dude, your arm's a little. Once he is in this offense for a few years, a couple of years, I believe it takes any quarterback 3 years to fully learn the offense. All the great ones are in the same offense for that many years. They master it. They know all 25 plays or 50 plays from one formation. They know how to get out of things. It just happens. It's a process. And when you're in year one of Ben Johnson's fucking fantastic offense and you're reeling with the bullshit that happened last year. I mean, think about this. He's on his third offensive coordinator in 2 years.
Yep.
His second head coach.
Yep.
So like it's a process that takes years.
Third head coach.
Thank you. And
yeah.
by year, maybe even by the end of next year, but definitely by the end of year 3, we're going to see him in that zone where you see, where they're putting up 50 burgers. We've seen it happen when Rodgers was in that zone and he beat us 50 something. And then the next week we played or 2 weeks later, we played Tom Brady in the fucking Mark Trestman era. And he put up a 50 burger on us. They were in that zone, man. And he will finally get in. What are we looking at here?
The Bears game was the Bears Packers game was flexed to 325.
Of course it has been.
Whispers and rumors. So they steal our beautiful 12 p.m. start, and it will be starting at 325 Central. And
which means it won't be an NFL Sunday ticket that you paid $500 for. It'll be on.
Oh man, old man yells at the sky. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
$500, really?
It's crazy.
Well,
man.
yeah. I waited until
Holy shit.
6 games were over, and I got it for like $282. All right,
wow.
So by year 3 in this offense, in Ben Johnson's offense, he is going to be humming, guys. He's going to be humming in this offense. You see it with Jared Goff. Like Jared Goff was as far as I'm concerned, he should have won MVP last year. I don't like saying that, but in my mind, I believe it.
Yeah.
So
why?
Because first off, he had a perfect game. Have you ever seen that in your entire your lifetime?
18 of 18 and caught a touchdown pass. I'm very well versed in that. Does it matter though?
That's 100% completion percentage.
So what does MVP stand for? The acronym?
Most valuable player.
So do you think that if Jared Goff went down, the rest of the talented Detroit players surrounding Ben Johnson, do you think they could have a little bit of success there still?
No, that was backup quarterback. No.
I think you're seeing like a Lamar Jackson, right? I hate to make this argument. It's irrelevant, right? Just I want to kind of squash this. Lamar Jackson goes away. Ravens are bad. Even when Josh Allen plays well and scores 6 touchdowns.
Okay, let me ask you this, because I had this argument with my other best friend,
I don't know
Steve.
if it's worth having this argument right now, though.
No. Let's just quickly squash this. Let's just say in this scenario, last year you were 0-17. Okay, now you're the quarterback of this team, and you go 13-4, right? But you're in third place because second place is 12-5, or
I hear the argument. I understand.
And then the first place has 1 loss, but then the best team in the whole NFL has no losses. So you end up like not making the playoffs. Yet you took your team from an 0-17 team to a 13-4 team, but you missed the playoffs because everyone else around in the rest of the NFL was so good that you didn't make the playoffs. So would it not be an argument at the very least to say that you could be that you could very well win the MVP of the league because you took your team from 0-17 to 13-4, even though
assuming that nothing else changed, right? It's the exact same roster, exact same coaching staff from 0-17 to whatever. I hear the strong argument.
Or does it mean that you have to make the playoffs to even be considered for it? Because you
probably do.
They put out the MVP like way late in the season, like after the playoffs are like pretty much over, right?
No, the MVP is announced, I think, the week of the Super Bowl now. Exactly,
after the playoffs are over. So they want to see who got to the Super Bowl before they announce the MVP. But could there possibly be an argument made for a guy who took his team from 0-17 to 13-4, but somehow that team still didn't make the playoffs because there was teams better than him, than his team, that were just constantly in the fucking playoffs.
Now relate this to Jared Goff. What does this have to do with Jared Goff?
Nothing, because Jared Goff made the playoffs.
The ultimate clapback here is Jared Goff
but he didn't
went
make
to a Super Bowl with the Rams and then was traded away because he was
so
good enough.
If Jared Goff would have made the Super Bowl and they won, if Jared Goff even made the Super Bowl, they probably would have given him MVP. I fucking guarantee it.
I genuinely don't think so. I think that Josh Allen even winning the MVP over Lamar Jackson is something that a lot of people are upset with.
Agreed.
I think that I think that Josh Allen deserved it. It's not to say that Lamar Jackson didn't deserve it or didn't deserve it more. So I think it was always between those two players last year. And I can promise you this year, Jared Goff's not winning no MVP either. So goodbye again.
Cheers.
Well, if I can interject in that one, I think that Lamar Jackson put up better stats than Allen did last year. However, who I thought should have got the MVP was Saquon Barkley, who is a non-factor for. Seems like the MVP is strictly a quarterback award now, which I think
this is really wrong. This is an intelligent argument, PJ, because now we're seeing Jalen Hurts, as I told everyone on, I believe, this channel like months ago. Jalen Hurts sucks. So
used to be MVP meant the most valuable player of the team.
He's a game.
Let me ask you, Carl, has, in your opinion, even before he became Mr. But has been seen as Mr. Ultra Conservative and Mr. Afraid of Everything, did you always think he sucked?
I mean, I'm not going to say that I scouted him coming out of whatever silly school he came out of. I just watched a Sunday Night Football intro of him saying, roll Sooners. He doesn't even know what school he went to. The moral of the story here is it's very hard to justify your quarterback being even average when he's surrounded by the most elite team in every other aspect, right? I did a little breakdown. You guys can watch it again. 60 seconds worth. Had best wide receiver duo as far as performance. You had the best running back, the best offensive line, the best defensive line. You literally got 2 Pro Bowlers in the draft, in the secondary. Pair that with Vic Fangio. It's like, how can you say that Jalen Hurts is carrying that team?
He's not.
He sucks.
No, I agree with Cliff here. I don't think he sucks. He's just not elite. And that speaks to the point I've been making for years. We don't need an elite quarterback to win. Philadelphia proved that last year.
You just need everything else, right? You just have to have the best.
You need
every other department.
You need a good team.
That is hard.
I mean, you need a good team. I mean, so we can win. I mean, you can win with an okay quarterback. Give me a solid defense, a good running game, a line who can actually protect for more than 3 seconds. I can win. But when you have all these other holes, it makes your quarterback more exposed on what his shortcomings may be. And I come from the belief of build me a team to where I can have good players at multiple positions, and I can win with an average quarterback like a Justin. What's his name? I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts.
So PJ,
that's George Halas's entire philosophy.
But that's what this conversation is about, though. It's that Jalen Hurts is now catching flack for not being elite
because he never was.
Right. He never was.
The counter, PJ, the counter to that argument is the NFL, by many accounts, stands for not for long. You can't lose and lose and lose and lose and hope to build up your team and then hope to get lucky with the quarterback at the end on top of all of that. You're going to go through a regime change or 2 or 3 in that process. The Eagles are lucky because I think it's undeniable at this point that Howie Roseman is just the best general manager in football. So he kind of is able to transcend losing your coordinators and maybe Nick Sirianni acting like a crazy person because he's just the puppet. Like, I'm building this team the way I know how to build it. And I don't think Ryan Poles is capable of that, by the way.
I just think that when I think about elite quarterbacks, for me, one of the most elite quarterbacks who ever played, Dan Marino, never won a Super Bowl. He was elite, to me, a great quarterback, but because he didn't have the other pieces, he's not mentioned in that GOAT conversation. But on pure talent-wise, he was elite.
You know why?
Yeah, if Miami would have had a defense, all those years, Pete.
Yeah. And he kept going from Miami to Buffalo to play a championship game and lose in the fucking snow.
Here's another guy, Fran Tarkington. They just didn't always. They always were short a couple pieces. 4 freaking Super Bowls in 10 years or 9 years, whatever. They lost them all. I'm just Marino. You know what? Wait, we're talking about this, and this is a guy from my scenario. The year we drafted Justin, I was going to trade back to get all these guys. Look at what Houston's doing with Davis Mills. Even like tonight, I think they're beating up on Buffalo. I know they got a great defense. They got a running game going. And if he's executing and Stroud's not, I think he threw for 2 touchdowns tonight. I know he's got 1. I'm just saying.
I always thought he was a good quarterback.
How funny would that be if
I had the Bears
planted
trading back and drafting him. Davis Mills.
Yeah.
I'm just, it takes the team, man. We know that. And good defenses win championships. That's been proven over and over.
It's funny that you brought up Dan Marino. Dan Marino's the only human that stood in front of the Bears, the 85 team, being the undeniable best team of all time, right? Like, if you win that game instead of losing it and you go undefeated and you have that Super Bowl performance, you're undeniably the best team of all time.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But there is something to be said
about hilarious,
weather.
Carl, and fuck Green Bay.
Why isn't it hilarious? They got the ring. They still got the fucking ring, baby. That's the first time I've ever gloated about 1985. I wasn't even born.
What'd you say, Peach?
What'd you say about the? I'm sorry. What'd you say? You said something, Shorty. I missed it.
The fucking weather in Miami, dude. I've been to the Keys in January, which is the equivalent of you got to get you got to go through Miami to get to the Keys in January, and it's so fucking unbearably muggy and awful and miserable. The only thing that gets you through the day is that you have like the breeze coming from the Atlantic side and the Gulf side, and that's like the only, it's so muggy and hot, and when you're used to it, it's different. Cliff's kind of close to there. He's used to it. He loves it. But when you're in Chicago or in a cold weather city and you go to that and you are playing in that's why we got our fucking ass kicked by Miami a few years ago, because we went at the wrong time of the season. It was just unbearable. It was like almost summer weather, and it was autumn for us, but like the dead of summer for them. And as far as weather and humidity, it's just it's a totally different beast. So playing in Miami just fucking sucks. Cliff and I went to the Tampa Bay game. It was the second game of the season. It was just like we were melting. There's plenty of shorts out there of us melting. So
we saw them.
When you go from that hot to the cold, you're like, whoa. You go from that cold to the hot, you're like, fuck.
It matters. I mean, it matters. But again, it just depends for me on how much am I putting on my quarterback's plate. I mean, I believe again I got to run. I need a running game. So if my quarterback is off, too cold for him, whatever the case may be, I can lean on my running game. And if I then don't have the running game going, maybe I can lean on my defense. I don't want to put all the pressure on one guy to where he has to be perfect in order for me to win.
Yeah, I'll have some egg rolls, some ping-pong dong, and
football IQ.
PJ, you and I have had this conversation a lot on the side as friends, talking about you're the running game guy, I'm the quarterback guy. I've always wanted the quarterback, and you can only get so far with your team without having an elite quarterback. It's
Philadelphia says different.
Green Bay says different too.
2025 Kansas City with an injured Isaiah Pacheco, a very old Kareem Hunt, and then whatever Brashad Smith they have. That team that's not in the playoffs, they say different too.
I guess for me, I literally pinch myself every day that this is our quarterback. I do, and I'm sorry, Peach. I hate apologizing.
I mean, that's what you feel like. I mean,
apologizing for I got my freaking bucket list quarterback. Like, I'm worried I'm going to die before his career's over. That's how I'm feeling right now. Like, shit. I'm going on 51. Like, what happens if
that's how I feel. Thinking about dying. What?
Once you hit your 50s, dude, like anything's possible.
So, Shorty, let me ask you: has there ever been a quarterback that you were hopeful about that we had prior to?
You name him, dude. Mark Butterfield. Let's pull that one out of your ass.
Nice. So Peter Tom Willis as well, I'm sure.
Peter Tom Willis, loved him. Yeah.
Rex Grossman, your favorite.
I actually had hope in Caleb Haney until
did I.
Until Cutler went down in that championship game, and I'm like, what just happened? Now we're watching Caleb Haney throw interceptions to fucking defensive tackles who are scoring touchdowns.
They saw you coming, Shorty.
Like, so, I mean, my entire life has been about the quarterback. Like, I was always like, I used to have a dry erase board with all the players at every position. Tom Brady's still there. I know he's the second quarterback from Michigan, but he's still there. Like, let's take him in the 4th round. Let's take him in the 5th round. He's sitting there in the 6th round. Let's just take him and put him on the bench for a few years and see what. I've always been that guy. And so, like,
Tom Brady wouldn't have been Tom Brady if he went.
No, he would not have been. But like, I understand where Bears fans, we're like adjusted ourselves to like never having a starting quarterback good enough that we're always like looking for the backup quarterback to, become that guy because we've seen it happen before. And we've just never, Like typically, we get Ryan Pace, and he's like, "I'm going to draft a quarterback every year," and he fucking does absolutely the opposite of that.
I'm glad.
Well, I had Dak Prescott on my radar. I mean, I'd rather have Caleb Williams than Dak Prescott right now, but like I'm saying, like those in real time, those happened. Like those quarterbacks that I watched us pass up, went to other teams and became starters, and I that's just been me. I've
But
not
you got to
been
look at it
about
like
the
this,
winning
though.
game. I've been about the quarterback taking the team to the next level for the next decade. Go ahead, Peach.
I just think that content or context matter. If we would have gotten any of those quarterbacks you named, because we didn't have the coaching staff that can actually teach them, they would have been trash.
100%.
So
you wouldn't know their names, Peach. You wouldn't know their names.
Right, even with a Ryan Pace saying that he want to draft a quarterback every year. That to me is the most idiotic thing you can do as a GM. Why would you draft a quarterback every year? Yeah. You only play one quarterback at a time, and you only had at the most 3 on the roster. Why would you want to draft one every year? That to me says that you have a hole at quarterback if you're drafting a quarterback.
No, it does not. It means that if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a quarterback. So if
you're drafting one every year
or getting one in free, listen, I know if you have
motherfucker.
Hear me out. Let me finish one.
If you have 4 draft picks that year, no, of course not. But if you have all 7, maybe you take one in the 6th.
Okay, let me
undrafted free agent.
Let me talk this one out. So here I am. I got Tom Brady as my starting quarterback. I have whatever quality backup there is. I don't know who, name one. Now I got a third guy who's on my practice squad sometimes, and then he also plays. Why am I drafting another quarterback?
Because if you can, especially if you have a Tom Brady, if you have a Hall of Fame quarterback,
okay,
and you draft a quarterback in the 4th or 5th round, listen.
Why am I drafting?
Hear me out.
Okay.
You're not going to draft one high in the 3rd or 4th year of your.
But why am I drafting him? Is what I'm asking.
Because you're. Can I finish?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to draft one high if you have a star quarterback, but when the quarterback starts, then you can draft one lower. But when your star quarterback starts to age, then you might be, in the realm of the Packers where you pick one up a little bit higher because you want to put that quarterback behind your Hall of Fame quarterback if you're lucky enough to have one. Let's take the other scenario.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. Because I said I have Tom Brady as my starter. And as my backup, I have a quality backup. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but give me a quality backup that's really sufficient.
Tom Brady's backup that they traded. This is my point.
Marcus Mariota.
Okay, Mariota. Thank you. Now, so I have Tom Brady, and I have what's his name? The guy out of Eastern Illinois. What's his name?
Marcus Mariota.
No.
Who's the guy that backed up Tom Brady that they traded for?
Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
The other guy blew out his knee.
I have Tom Brady in his 6th year. I got Garoppolo in his 2nd year. Now I got a third quarterback who's pretty decent in like Brian Hoyer. Why am I drafting another quarterback?
So you can fucking trade him to fucking get more picks in the future.
Trade who?
Garoppolo.
You never let me finish, my man.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. If you have a quarterback who's in his prime window, you're not going to draft one high, like a 2nd or 3rd or even a 4th.
You made that point.
But if you can draft a 6th round quarterback then, and he can sit on the bench for 3 years behind your fucking your star quarterback, and then everyone gets a tape of him in preseason games, and God forbid he ever gets injured, but then it becomes trade bait. You can turn the 6th round pick into 2/3 or whatever. It's a gambling tool. It's a chess piece.
Let me go a little bit slower.
If you have the coaching staff and you have the quarterback in place to help to develop any other quarterback that you bring in.
Let me go a little bit slower.
Trade bait.
I'm going to go real slow here. I have Tom Brady as my starter.
Yes.
He's been in the league for 6 years.
Who better to learn behind Tom Brady?
His backup is Jimmy Garoppolo on my team. He's been in the league for 2 years. Now, my third quarterback is Brian Hoyer. He's sometimes on the practice squad. He's sometimes on the active roster. Why am I drafting another quarterback?
Oh, you're not done.
That's what I'm saying. That's the premise I'm saying is
it's not every year. Yeah, sorry.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what we're hung up on here. It's not every year.
I could see doing it every 3 or 4.
That's all I was making.
Yeah.
It should be every year.
My bad.
What? No super chats?
What you got on this, Shree? Because I could see doing it every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think we, meaning the Bears, are in a different realm of thinking to complete fault of our own compared to the other teams that you mentioned, namely the Patriots or even the Packers. If we did want to go with that practice that you had proposed, Shorty, I would not be against it if the following 2 conditions had been met for many years prior. And that was the one where we struggle the most, where we are unable to draft and develop the trenches consistently in either side. Many, many years since even, I hate to say it, Eddie Goldman was the last promising one that we drafted. And unfortunately, he went by the wayside, defensive tackle.
He's playing
Kyle Long.
He's playing for the Commanders, though. You know that, Tree, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. He came out of retirement again? Really?
No, he played
last
year with Atlanta.
That was before he retired, and then he came back to Atlanta, or he unretired, came to Atlanta. Then I thought he retired again, didn't he?
No.
Oh, he didn't. Okay.
Matter of fact, he's playing nose guard for the Commanders.
Fair enough.
One technique, actually.
He's one tech.
So that's one. And honestly, the last defensive end that we drafted that we can speak about glowingly, I don't want to say Mark Anderson, but was it Mark Anderson? Was that the last one?
Well, what about what's his name who's playing for the Falcons right now?
Alex Brown.
Leonard Floyd.
That's true. Leonard Floyd would have been Leonard Floyd, and then before him, Mark Anderson.
We don't do that with players, right? That's your point.
That's 2 guys in 20 years, my brother. Right. 2 guys in 20 years that we drafted.
And we don't even have we can't even develop one quarterback. Now we're going to develop 2.
Here in Chicago, we like to pay players for their past production. Think of Jared Allen, Grady Jarrett.
The list goes on for 20 fucking years.
Well, my thinking on this has never been about it. It's been about me in those moments of my life thinking if they got the quarterback who it didn't matter who the coaching staff was, made the coaching staff. That was my hope with Flus and Justin, was that Justin would make the coaching staff. And the coaching staff, who even knows what the fuck will ever have happened with that, because his career could just have been ruined by all of the rinse and repeat shit that the Bears did.
Very possible.
It's just I think that was my whole thought process was you draft the right you draft the right any player, he's going to be great no matter what, right?
Right.
You see it happen. Certain players end up making the team. They make their offensive coordinators better. They make their head coaches better and look better. And then they keep their jobs. And the next thing you know, we've seen it happen a few times where a shitty coach skated by with the great players that made him look good. And that was always my hope with, if we get that right quarterback, a Mark Butterfield, a Peter Tom Willis, whatever the hell it might be, that can transcend that. What just happened here? That can transcend that, then we could, get to where we're at right now. But it just so happened that I've got my bucket list quarterback right now, and I could give 2 shits anymore because I know I went to the future, I saw it, and I came back, and I'm telling you guys, I used my time travel machine. The future looks bright, my friends. And not only that, but
it's got to be messed up now.
But Tyson Bagent is the perfect example of that. Undrafted rookie free agent, developing. People see it. He got a contract extension. He will not leave this contract until he is traded. I guarantee you that much. And we will take nothing into something, whether it's a 5th round pick or a 4th round pick. It turns something into nothing, and that's my whole point to this debate.
We are only now, let's just say, even just going off these maybe last 2 or 3 drafts, have we produced players who have become to some level close to blue chip assets. Jalen Johnson is probably the earliest example, and that was before. Yep, exactly. That was his, I guess, parting gift to us was Jalen. But over the past 2-3 years, I have seen a higher quality in general. If you remember, if we go off of our in the moment and previous years' reactions to some of these people, I don't think any of us now, I don't know if a lot of us now would have said in year 1, oh my God, Brisker and Gordon were the greatest picks that anyone could have ever made in the 2nd round. I don't know if we would have said that their first year, but now there is a pretty deep value that we see to both of them, where none of us had anything but high praise for extending Gordon when his resume has not been that big. It's so far since he started. He's been hurt more often than he's not, poor guy. But when he has played, it's been good stuff. Yes, there's your second example. Our late round running.
Yeah. Romy says Shorty has $4,000 in cards to back that shit up, and I'm just showing. Please keep talking. I'm just showing the cards because these are some of the ones I haven't shown.
We shall bask in the card momentarily.
These are all real gold-plated edges. Look how thick these cards are. They're hermetically sealed.
Amazing.
They are basically PSA graded 10 cards already. This one's a good one.
Wow, nice.
And there's like 5 different versions of each one of these cards, plus a signed one.
The way the universe will bless you, you're going to be so wealthy by the time you retire that you won't need to actually sell them 20 years from now, and you can just pass them down to your next successors, whoever.
I have no kids, so.
You're not wrong, Steve.
Basically a piece of cardboard. Yes, you are correct.
No, so I guess to finish my point, sorry. We are only now, and I'll still say maybe we're still in the infancy of learning how to, as PJ very appropriately put, build an actual team. And we have not so much our general manager to thank for that, more so our head coach, who no way of knowing this, I suspect has a much heavier influence on personnel matters than our previous 2, 3, 4 head coaches since Lovie Smith may have had. And I don't know that if Ben Johnson were not the coach this year, I don't know that Poles would have brought in and gotten rid of the same group of players that have been recycled this.
So this is a big question between me and my inner circle, is our big topic of conversation. I believe that any general manager is a product of his own coaching staff, mainly his head coach, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. So they go right in the middle of, during the season, they're going, what do we need? What do we need? What do you need for your both sides of the ball? And then they're going through it. Then the season ends. They evaluate it all together. The coach goes, I love these guys. The offensive coordinator goes, I love these guys. The defensive coordinator goes, I love these guys. And then the GM goes, okay, I'm gonna let's put this in order of priority. Like which ones do we want the most? Do you want the most to make happen what you need to happen on this team? And then they as the draft goes along, they go, we didn't get that guy. We're going to trade back. And then let's go back to our round. We're going back to the board. We're going to go, what's the next version of this that you want, and for that position, and so on and so forth. And so when you have a shitty head coach, a defunct idiot running the fucking team like Matt Eberflus. You're relying on him and his coaching staff, aka his defensive coordinator, who lost his job in the beginning of his second season because of God knows what. I have heard rumors, but I don't want to even talk about it. And all that matters. So you're building a team for Matt Eberflus and his coaching staff, and you're getting the guys that they want. What does Matt love? What did Matt love? Defense. So he got him Kyler Gordon, Jaquan Brisker. I wish both of them could stay on the field more. I'm happy for Brisker this year. Kyler, not so much, especially after the contract. But when you transfer that to a head coach like Ben Johnson, who is fucking cerebral, he's going to identify the talent based on all the positions that he told them that he's going to need for next season. Here's the things that we need. Find them. Then they're going to evaluate them after the end of the season. They're going to go into the draft. They're all going to have a breakdown to figure out what Ben Johnson's coaching staff needs. DA is going to have his input. Ben's going to have his input. Ben's going to have his input twice as the offensive coordinator. He'll have some input from the kid who's actually the offensive coordinator.
Right.
Then we're gonna start to see Ryan Poles start to look a hell of a lot better, because he's going to be following the lead of what his coaching staff wants, because they're helping to identify it based on their brains.
I would say this. I think Ben Johnson brings a sense of stability to the room, because based upon the interview I heard from Poles, from Ben Johnson, and then a report I heard from Adam Scheffler, the Bears attempted to try to get Myles Garrett. And if you paid attention to when Ben Johnson had his interview that week, what he said was, we had opportunities to pursue certain things, but basically I didn't want to have to give up the farm to get it.
Yeah.
Which speaks to, no, we probably could have got Myles Garrett for 3 first rounds, 2 second rounds, and a 3rd round. And he's saying to himself, yeah, he's a good player, but I don't want to mortgage my whole future for this one guy. So you need that balance, because there's players out there you may want to get, but if the price is too high, do not go get them. Build your team, because one player is not going to put you over, because we're not there yet. We're not like a team that's one player away. We're a whole team.
Do you think the Khalil Mack trade, not the fact that we got him, but what we gave up, set us back a couple of years? What do you think?
Yes, I think so. I think
Poles doesn't do that. He doesn't trade away our future. Go ahead.
No, I think Poles would have did it, because Poles has shown he can make some bad trades. Because here's the thing about Pace.
With
a lot of Pace players are still in the league. So Pace makes some good moves, but to me, what also hurt us that year is the fact that Roquan Smith didn't report until a week before the game. So, before our first game. So that kind of set us back. Mitch Trubisky was not who we thought he was, to where they put all their chips in on him, and he couldn't be that guy to really help us. He did okay, but he wasn't that guy. And in those 8 games, I think it was 12 games a year before, he done nothing to really show us that he was that guy. So why are you pushing all your chips in when you still don't know what you got with the rest of your team?
They went in on around a rookie quarterback, right?
Second-year quarterback.
Right. Yeah, so they saw the rookie year. He probably was thrust into action a lot sooner than anyone wanted, because they had signed.
Of which he was 4-8, I believe.
Right, yeah, but the general manager identified something to say we need Khalil Mack, and lo and behold, that's been the best defense that I've seen since 2006. Arguably, potentially
it was
better.
A good defense. Yes, I agree with you, because Vic Fangio, great coach.
Right.
So, it was a good defense, But that's what I'm saying. He
So
pushed
if that
all
bald
the
guy that with the where the visor and still had a bald, that guy.
But he
If
pushed
he was
all
any
his
good, if
chips
Trubisky
in.
was any good, you might have won the Super Bowl.
If you would have
I'm
stood
just
there and
saying.
had, if you would have had better quarterback play,
I'm not even going to get into that. I have zero thought.
a lot of better.
Baldy, that guy.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, pushing your chip,
skinny Dable,
having all the pieces is a problem.
Well, you didn't like the action behind it, and I understand that because I think that we've determined that PJ has a little bit more of a conservative approach, which is fine. I do think that if the Bears in this generation are interested in winning a Super Bowl, they may have to make one more move like that, especially with the status of this defensive line right now.
But
I think that this defensive line is awful.
It will be the right time, like the Rams. Like the Rams went all in a couple times.
I've never subscribed to giving everything, right? I think PJ accurately described, maybe not with the second-round picks. I do think it would have taken 3 first-round picks for Myles Garrett, and then you give him every penny that you have, right? That would have been a bad move.
So let me ask you, is there one player, is there one player in the league right now that you would make a whatever it takes trade for?
Myles Garrett.
I see.
Myles Garrett is the player you're trying to describe. But again, even that player, right? Even if Myles Garrett, who potentially might break the sack record this year, if he broke the sack record for the Bears in 2025, I don't think that we're much better. We're definitely not undefeated. We may have one more win. But again, there's no justifiable move at that scale.
That's kind of the point.
I do think it's more smaller, right? Maybe a first and a second for a starting defensive end as opposed to hoping you hit on a pick.
How many more wins? Like, let's take away. Like, how many sacks did Khalil Mack have in that first year? Like
12,
his first.
12.
Okay. 12.
He hold on. The sacks were irrelevant, right? I hate the sacks argument. He literally took the ball away from that clown and whatever it's called. I've seen Khalil Mack pick off Kirk Cousins. Khalil Mack's value goes far beyond the sacks.
But what was his value to how great that defense played that year? Considering
just look at the win total.
It was only 12 sacks. It wasn't 16. It wasn't 20. It wasn't like what we thought we were signing up for when we traded all those picks for him. It ended up not panning out. It wasn't worth all of those picks that we gave up for him in the end.
If you really scrutinize what the flip side was, I think that 2 of the picks that were high valued were players that never got a second contract in the NFL, like some shitty safety or cornerback that
that doesn't matter.
got. Right, I'm saying if you really apples to oranges it, right? And it's very funny because in addition to that trade with Khalil Mack, the Bears acquired Cole Kmet, who is still on your football team. So trade for, it was essentially Josh Jacobs, right? You get Khalil Mack and Cole Kmet for Josh Jacobs. The Bears won that trade. And you flipped Khalil Mack at the end of the day for Jaquan Brisker. So,
and wasn't Tyreek Stevenson too?
Tyreek Stevenson was a part of the Panthers.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So at the end of the day, I don't think that trade set you back as much as you guys are thinking that it did.
I think it set you back because you gave up 2 first round. No, granted, not Green Bay, but the Raiders got Jacobs, and I forgot the other guy who they got doesn't matter.
Right.
Who you could have gotten does.
But listen to this, right? You're the Oakland Raiders. You traded away your all-pro player, not Pro Bowl. He was an all-pro outside linebacker and all-pro defensive end. First player, I think, at the time to ever get all-pro at 2 positions. You traded that away for nothing. Now you're Oakland. You're building a new stadium. You're hoping Geno Smith is able to support your overdrafted running back, and you're about to get another top 5 pick. And you've been perpetually bad since you've been in Oakland, and now you're in Las Vegas. So again, Oakland did not win that trade in any capacity.
I don't know if Oakland won the trade. I just think I don't think that the trade really helped out Chicago because it wasn't sustainable.
Sure, because but at the end of the day, if the bald guy was any better, if the crybaby could make a kick,
well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
the quarterback complete one extra pass, you may have won the ring.
If me as a GM, it's my job to look at the whole team. So if I'm looking at the whole team, I'm going, yeah, Khalil Mack will put this defense over the edge. We'll be great.
And it did.
But my offense is not there yet. So why am I having this great defense if my offense isn't there yet? So what I'm saying is, instead of giving up those 2 first-round draft picks for this Khalil Mack guy, maybe I sit up there and go, I draft a defensive end. He won't be on the level of Khalil Mack, perhaps, but with that other first-round draft pick, I can also help out my offense. So I'm actually helping out both sides of the ball as opposed to one, because the one that didn't get help got exposed real quick.
So the general manager failed to evaluate the quarterback that he drafted correctly. He thought he was too good before he had the chance to figure that out.
Well, he loved him because of
the head coach.
Camry.
The head coach that he signed was a flash in the pan. Yes, 2018 was a decent offensive year. He won the head coach of the year. Vic Fangio should have. But then past that, he sputtered, just like, Fat Nagy, Mr. Dayball. Now, I had one more point and I lost it. You set your defense over the top. You misevaluated the offense. Is that an issue on the general manager? Probably. Is that an issue on ownership for believing in that general manager and signing off on allowing him to do that?
I don't have a problem with
Maybe that's a problem too.
I don't have a problem with the ownership. I don't.
Sure. I'm just asking the question.
Because, ownership to me is they don't know much, especially in Bears. They don't know a lot about football, so that's why they hire guys.
I very much agree with this, PJ. Just want you to know.
So for me, again, I'm not a proponent of just pushing all your chips in and you don't have a complete team. That's what I'm saying. For Myles Garrett, we don't have a complete team yet, in my opinion. What exactly are we missing? It's hard to say because of all the injuries you got on defense. It's truly hard to say. So am I pushing all my chips in on a Myles Garrett and giving up 3 first-round draft picks, not knowing what I'm going to have, how long I can keep tuning, whether or not my left tackle going to ever truly develop, what's going to happen future down the line with my wide receivers? Do I have to pay DJ Moore some more money, or do I have to cut him? What do I have to do with Rome Meduze? Because what is he going to turn out to be? If Zacchaeus actually proves to be good, now do I have to pay him? I mean, all these question marks I'm having. And in the midst of that, I got to give up 3 first-round draft picks for a guy who's already plus 30.
Now, PJ, I'll give you a freebie. The answer to my question is, at the very least, the Philadelphia Eagles. How many complete teams are there in the NFL? I don't think that there are many, if more than the Eagles, right? You could go and look at the 49ers.
If you have good enough players, you can cover up for your deficiencies. I think consistent good teams, Kansas City, Baltimore, San Francisco.
Baltimore is a strong argument. We watched Baltimore go 0-5. Yeah,
Green Bay. I mean, there's certain teams that are consistently good. Yeah. Now, them going after like Micah Parsons, Green Bay. Okay, I wasn't crazy about the deal, but I can understand it. We're not there yet. That's the point I'm making. I don't think we're a player away.
When Green Bay did that, I said thank you, because they're not there either.
Yeah, the franchise of the Green Bay Packers relies on the epidural shots that Micah Parsons receives, right? That cat's not that good. Now, the Rams, I'm glad you brought that team up, because that was a team that did push everything into the middle of the table with their trading of first-round picks, and they won the Super Bowl. In theory, they should have crumbled and been nothing. But how they've became a good team and sustained their success is by hitting on their late round draft picks.
Yep.
So I do think that as long as you're able to have a track record of hitting on your lower end picks, if you can trade, again, I'm not subscribing to trading 3 firsts for Myles Garrett. I am subscribing to trading a first and maybe a second. I don't know about 2 firsts, maybe 2 firsts for Max Crosby, maybe, probably not. If you can do a first and a second for a player that's better than Montez Sweat and find a way to get another starting defensive tackle, maybe that is the move at this point. But
so theoretical question for you, and this is a universe that doesn't exist right now, but I'm going to ask it anyways. And I it's kind of alluding to the original question I asked you. Let's say that Philadelphia crashes and burns, and they decide we need to blow up the whole team and rebuild. Would you make a deal of.
Sheeran, I'd say they're smoking some of Rick Gonzalez's weed, but go ahead.
Well, I always thought, this is a stupid statement. I always thought that Lafleur and Sirianni are pretty much the same person, and they're both going to at some point just blow their top and get themselves fired. That's my theory. At some point in life, it's going to happen because they'll just piss off their entire organization. But let's just say Philadelphia blows up the team. Would you give up first round pick for, or maybe even another one, not for Myles Garrett, but for Jalen Carter if the Eagles blew up their team? You wouldn't.
No, even if you packaged 2 first-round picks for Jalen Carter and like the 10 players on the Eagles that are from Georgia that are help propping up that terrible ego, no, not doing it.
I would go after guys like what PJ wants.
My own guy. I'm gonna get my own guy now. That's the next step. Just to go get that guy.
What's his name?
Like Kenneth Grant.
PJ, right? You're on the same page with me. Just go get the guy.
He's on the Saints now. What's your guy?
Chase Young.
Chase Young. Like, I'd love to have Chase Young right now.
We had our chance 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. Last year.
Was it? Oh, fuck.
This year. I'm sorry. This year.
Oh, that's true. We could. Yeah, that's true. That is right. That is right.
Since we got Sweat because he was on the trading block, we had a chance, But
at this point, given the age of our star players, I believe the best way the Bears need to go is through the draft.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
For your future, do not go get some older vet that you got to pay above, salary. I mean, rookie salary cap minimums. You got to pay them high, the top dollar. Get your guys through the draft, and that way build them up. Because when I looked at the last year's draft, I was a big proponent of Jared Verse, and to me, Jared Verse is proven to be a good. And he got drafted in number 17 or something like that.
Both,
like,
Eej.
Bro, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I mean,
so here right on this show.
Yeah, let's stop trying to get this immediate fix because Dale, Grady, in my opinion, has been disappointments this year. So what are we doing? I mean, I appreciate what they did with fixing our offensive line. I appreciate.
I was just going to ask that question.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. But when I look at Grady, you've been hurt for the last few years. Why are we going after you?
Never like
Dale. You got more than you never got more than 4 sacks or 4 or 5 sacks at Indianapolis. Why are we sitting there going after you like that?
That is free agency, though, right? Like I'm of the belief that good players generally don't hit free agency, so that's why I think that trading for a player is the move because they are a good player, they're on a good situation. But you're trading for them. You're not just overpaying them for their past production because a team chose to not re-sign them.
But even then, like,
did anybody see the all-22 this last game? No. Go watch what Deo did. He played a real game, and he's actually 100% healthy.
Hold on, not Deo. Oh, are we trolling? Deo's gone.
He's talking about Grady.
Booker?
He's talking about Grady.
Grady, yes.
Yeah, Grady.
You are correct. Grady Jarrett did have a good game. He shut me up. He absolutely did.
Oh, I thought you were doing it on purpose. Shit, that's why I was laughing my ass off just now.
I didn't notice, but he wasn't healthy apparently for most of the season. I mean,
yeah.
Even when he was playing,
he did. Grady did do well.
Sign him.
Look at that compliment, Peach.
I appreciate that, Steve. Thank you, man. I sincerely mean that, man. Thank you, brother.
Hey, he appreciates you appreciating.
Shorty, did you send Steve the check for that one?
Right.
Steve appreciating him, appreciating you, appreciating him, PJ. Go ahead. Sure.
I appreciate that.
Sorry, PJ, to your point about the drafts, if I am Ryan Poles and his scouting department, if we are going to subscribe to your philosophy, which I do, keeping historical perspective in mind in terms of the importance of an inside tackle and our string of being not so great at that in recent history, along with defensive end, we've actually been a little bit, probably been on par. We've had about 2 in the past 20 years that I can remember that I really appreciated. Eddie Goldman was one, like a flash in the pan, though, unfortunately for us. Bilal Nichols had potential before he left town as well. Aside from that,
was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Who did we draft? Who have we drafted since Tommy Harris, Tank Johnson, up to these two guys that we can actually speak about? I can't think of any aside from those four in the past 20 years.
If you think about it, in the last 20 years, how many first-round draft picks have we given away? Because when you think about it, what's in the last 20 years, we gave up multiple for Cutler. We gave up multiple for Mack. We gave up a couple to move up for Fields. So we have given up even Trubisky.
Right.
We gave up one of us. So the point I'm making is we haven't had a lot of first-round draft picks, and that's where you truly get your blue chip players.
And you're not going to get game records for on the at DT in the 4th and 5th round. You're going to get potential and 2 out of 10 chance that they'll pan out some way.
Correct. And for me, I thought Bilal Nichols was a good pick given who we had around him. Being Eddie Goldman, who we got in the second, Hakeem Hicks, who we got in free agency for cheap, and then we was able to get Bilal a couple of years later, who could have played that position really well. He is more of a 5 technique than he is a nose tackle. So with that front we had, I thought that was good. We just needed to work with it. The problem we had in that particular situation was Mack plays best on the left side. So does Leonard Floyd. They both play best on the left side. So they're both playing better over there. Trying to put one then on the right side, we didn't really able to bring out the best in them.
So wait, you're putting that on Fangio.
That shows lack of communication with the GM and the head coach.
Well, I mean,
the GM just took control.
You're going after that Mac in that trade that you like, instead of, hey, we got this guy who already plays well.
You can't choose what all pro defensive ends are available on the market, right? It wasn't that Khalil Mack was signed to this egregious contract and he just was traded. He wanted out. He was not getting paid his second contract from Oakland. That's why he became available, right? Same situation with Parsons. Parsons wanted to get money. Yeah. Well, the Cowboys paid everyone else. That's why they traded him.
Right. That is true.
They did very well in that Parsons deal, really, if you look at it now.
They'll be in good shape if they try to rebuild after this season. If they if they wanted to draft
they traded Parsons for Quinnen Williams
and 2 picks, first rounders,
a first round pick, and
Kenny Clark, right?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, is that bad? No.
Especially when the Packers are knocked out of the fucking playoffs, they're going to get a couple of better picks, hopefully, out of that, right?
Right. So what I was saying, PJ, is if I'm Ryan Poles and his scouting team, spend the next 4 or 5 months literally doing nothing but going to college games and staring at defensive tackles. That's what I would do. And don't tell anybody. Make it look like you're looking at wide receivers, basically, when you're at the games.
Agreed.
What about the left tackle, though?
That too, man. That too. I was going to bring up our friend Theo. I don't know what to say yet about him.
I'm going to be honest.
He's already hit his ceiling.
Metrics on Theo, they suggest he's not even at starter level.
To me,
like Braxton Jones or less than Braxton.
Our left tackle, I think, is Armagachi. I really believe he's our left tackle.
You heard the rumors that he was either being cross-trained or something along the lines of playing guard.
Yes, I did.
And he made the 53-man roster, but he's on some like weird PUP IR situation.
Well, I don't know the circumstances behind that, but when I look at his measurables,
I haven't even seen the kid dressed on the sideline.
36-inch arms. I can't coach that.
He had those measurables this past season when we needed a left tackle. We still need that left tackle.
When he was injured. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, to me, I would explore as much as I can to see what I got in that guy. To me, I think he's worth seeing what I really got in him. Now, if he turns out not to be that guy, he's not that guy. But I think we really haven't explored what we got in him when we got Braxton Jones. We got Theo Benedict, and then we got the guy we just drafted. We got all these guys trying to play this position. It's like, bruh, can we look and see what we truly got in this young man before we give up on him?
Do you want to know what the hard part about all that is, though? You can't have Karan Amagaji go through a full off-season training camp, first team reps against other teams and joint practices. You can't have any of that until the draft. The draft would have already happened before any of that. So you have to go into it saying, okay, are we going to hope and pray this works out? Or are you just going to fix the thing in the draft?
So it's a fumble. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, those are the things I would think about as a GM. How can I help this team? Because sometimes, not just the Bears, a lot of teams give up on players before you truly get a good look at them. One of the things
Darnold, name him on and on and on.
One of the things I love about
a little bit different.
Howie Roseman, when he drafted Nolan Smith, I said during our draft, I would say, to me, the best defensive man in this draft class is Nolan Smith. However, he doesn't fit the Bears system because he's more of an outside linebacker. He proved my point last year. I was like, man, that guy was a stud. Jalen Carter, again, he was a talent. We all knew he was a talent, but because of his off the field issues, we knew that he wasn't the best fit for the Bears, given what his surroundings to Sharon's point that, hey, we ain't got nobody in this locker room, and especially another defensive tackle that can really help him. So on because paper, we didn't have
Dexter is just as good, though.
Huh?
On paper, Dexter matches up or is better in some categories.
Yes, but Dexter has not proven and I'm a fan of Dexter. I really am. But he hasn't proven to this point that at some point in this game, I can take over for a couple of plays in a row. He hasn't proven that.
You're right.
I mean, as talented as he is, he hasn't been that guy. Like he's a wrecker right now.
He hasn't done what Akeem Hicks did a couple of a couple of plays every game. A healthy Akeem Hicks was my favorite monster of all time, like literally one of my favorites.
The opposing team would get to a point, it'd be like, all right, Akeem's going to take over for 2 or 3 plays, and then they're punting.
Yep,
and right. We have not seen that from, and I'm on your side too, Pete. I still think Dexter's there, and he's going to be a part of this team. I mean, just look at the numbers. Look
now to the point
during the last few games, even so.
To the point.
So he's
got 4 sacks. The guy's going to have 8 sacks from interior defensive line.
Now, to the point that this is the point I also want to make. I'm not trying to max out his contract when he comes up either. I don't want to make that mistake. Be like, hey, no, bro, you haven't proven to be that guy. I want to give you some money, but you ain't going to be in that top 5% per se.
So let me ask you guys a question, and this goes back 40 years now almost. Dexter, as Shorty said, on paper, looks great. And we do hear his name announced once or twice a game, not for game-wrecking plays, but something good, usually. Tackle for a loss, or he did affect the pass by hitting the quarterback, or he stopped the run, something like that.
Yeah.
Here's my question for you, and this is something to think about. Is it more because he is who he is, and or is it that his mates adjacent to him on the line, whoever those have not been the right fit for him? And I'm going to take this to a grander scale and ask you: would McMichael and Hampton would they have been as good as they were without each other?
Well,
and Tank Johnson, Tommy Harris, would they have been as good without each other? Tommy Harris, maybe, but because the both of them.
Well, if you go back to
scheme has a lot to do with it too, though.
Yeah, scheme does have a lot to do with
it. The talent, ability that you're putting on the field. If it's in the wrong screen, if it's in the wrong system, it's not going to develop the way that you see it develop. Because now
I agree.
You're putting a talented player in a bad position, and we've seen that here for how long too.
Yes, so, and we've had 2 players who probably I have a great example of 2 players who were probably not a good fit for maybe 75% of the schemes out there, but for what we ran, they were perfect. Ted Washington, Keith Traylor, for that cover 2 that we played back then, they were perfect, literally perfect. Tank Johnson, Tommy Harris, similar to that. But what scheme would Dexter and probably what kind of player would we put next to Dexter to fit what Dennis Allen is running?
There you go.
Okay. I've actually been thinking about this for the last 3 weeks.
Grant from Michigan would have been nice.
Bingo, 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 bingo.
I'm sorry, Pete. That just made me think about.
I'm actually thinking about doing fish and spaghetti.
I'm actually thinking about.
For me,
I'm actually thinking about doing fish and spaghetti.
For me, Dexter is more of a 3 technique. So because he's a 3 technique, who you need next to him is a 1 technique. Dexter plays his best ball, in my opinion, when he's lined up next to Billings, because Billings is more of a 1 technique. So he can take on those double teams, be right there by the center, and Dexter can get over the shoulder of the guard. Now, what happens is Bears decide to play Grady and Javon side by side. They're both 3 techniques.
Yeah.
So depending on the formation, one will become a 1 technique and the other be a 3, but they're both not playing 3 at the same time. So he's playing out of position, in my opinion. So because of that, you're not getting the best out of him. You're not maximizing what he can do. So what I would do is get a true 1 technique.
I was going to say, I remember seeing advanced metrics.
And get another 3-tech and another defensive end. Sorry.
Yeah. I saw good on 3-tech. A lot of advanced metrics last year suggested that Grady Jarrett had high success rate, whatever that is, against double teams. So I think that was the idea, and along with Dennis Allen. I think Dennis Allen even said, he's like, I fantasize about having Grady Jarrett on my team because I watched him all those years in Atlanta while I was in New Orleans, blah, blah, blah.
Injury.
At the end of the day, we overpaid an old injured player for their previous production, just like the Chicago Bears always do.
And I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think he came in hurt. He knew he was hurt. So that was an issue. But for me, that's what I said. I would go after a 1 technique, because here's the thing, in my opinion, also. I like Billings. Billings, to me, would be a good backup 1 technique. We also, I think, Turner is a good backup 3 technique. The position we're truly missing is a good 1 technique starter.
And 3 technique starter.
Javon Dexter is fine for me.
It is not good enough.
He's fine for me.
I have married myself to the idea that we should let Dexter walk, have someone pay him an obscene amount of money, and we get a 3rd-round comp pick. I would be very happy with that.
I want to see what he does the rest of the season.
The guys in that same free agency, we're not getting a comp pick.
That's why you can't mess around with this anymore. You can't say, Luther Burden is best pick available. And I'm a strong subscriber to best pick available. We have to invest highly in these trenches continuously, right? Especially this top tackle, especially
we got to stop giving up on players.
This 1 technique.
Leonard Floyd, we gave up on. I mean, we got to stop giving up on these players.
Well,
I'm not saying paying Javon Dexter.
Floyd was through a regime change.
You just can't give up on him. Stop having to let a player go only to have to refill that same position.
Hold on. For PJ, would PJ sign Javon Dexter to be the 7th highest paid defensive lineman in the NFL right now?
And how
interior
much
defensive lineman.
And how much is it?
I don't know the number. I'm just saying 7th highest. Like
7th
upper
highest
echelon in the league.
No, he
hasn't. 15 million a year, 18 million a year. I don't know.
I was signing for $15 million a year. Absolutely.
Wow.
I absolutely would sign him for 15.
I wouldn't even give him 5. I mean, the guy has really underperformed. I'm pretty sure he still has the exact same issues he's had since coming out of Florida, right? Slow get off. I don't know about the
get
motor.
off has improved depending on which technique he's playing.
They're using him in different ways, though, Carl. It's not the
right?
same.
Yeah. I mean, if Dennis Allen really wanted to whip it out, lay it on the table, have him play defensive end like how they fantasized Dale playing.
Probably end up in jail for exposure.
Now, tell me why I'm wrong, okay? 4 down linemen, Sweat, Dexter on the outside, Jarrett at the 3 tech, Billings at the 1 tech. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Who is it? Who's
Jarrett? Grady Jarrett at 3 technique, Andrew Billings at 1 technique. Your outside edges are Montez, Sweat, and Javon Dexter.
Dexter's
Tell me why I'm wrong.
Because he doesn't have the quickness. He doesn't have the bend coming off the edge.
So he's not good enough.
He's been playing there.
He's not a defensive end.
He's been playing
I want
there a
more
lot,
from Dexter. Dexter was a high pick. I would just want more. I don't think that's wrong for me to feel that way.
It's okay to want more, but my point is this: if I'm paying Sweat already, top 5 money as a defensive end?
Well, he's gonna walk soon.
So I got him as a top 5. Now, because we haven't fixed the other side of the defensive end, what are we going to do with that?
We tried.
I'm not going to then give up. I'm not going to then give up on a player who's ascending.
If Austin,
just because he's not top 5 right now, I'm not going to give up on him yet. I'm not paying him top 5 money, but I'm not going to give up on him because I'm trying to still address my other defensive end that I missed.
I'm gonna trade DJ Moore to Buffalo for my starting 3 technique in the offseason.
If fucking Booker could just stay healthy.
It's so easy to fix.
Hey, he played like 95% of the snaps. He had a great overall game, in my opinion. It wasn't flashy, but
if he could just stay healthy, if Kyler Gordon could stay healthy, if Booker could stay healthy, if Brisker, when he is healthy, he proves he's a game changer.
So we have sorry, Shorty, I meant to ask you. We have a question. We have questions to answer about him too this offseason, because he's going to need to get his ass paid as well. Brisker, man.
I know. And he's in a pay year now.
You can't pay him top money because he hasn't earned it.
And Byard is getting older, not younger, so we can bank on him still being good next year, but we better damn well have a good free safety that we potentially scout as well, if you ask me.
Backup. Draft.
Yeah. I mean,
3rd round, 4th round.
Oh, kind of like the quarterback thing?
For this year coming up, I ain't saying draft every year.
We don't have any safety signed for next season.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's right.
We don't have any
safety signed Brisker and Byard, but I'm also drafting.
I would.
Oh yeah,
I definitely would. You would hedge your bets that Brisker will stop putting his head in the line of fire when he hits people? Is that you're gonna bank on?
I'm not paying Brisker top 15 money.
No.
Bruh,
he's going to ask for it, man. He's going to ask for it, I think.
If that's what he's asking for, I'm not signing because he has proven not to be able to stay healthy. So what I'm saying is if I can pay him top 16 money, cool. All right, man, I can handle that. But I'm also drafting somebody because to your point, Byard is getting up there in age to where whether he goes down next year or the year after, I got a guy in house already to step in. I'm trying to do like Philadelphia does. Yep. Philadelphia doesn't wait till somebody is on their last leg before they're talking about replacing them. They constantly what did they do at the trade deadline here?
3 years
did they not go get Jaden Phillips? They went to go get Jaden Phillips, although they already brought back Graham. They already got Nolan Smith. They're already replenishing things. That's what we need to get to. Not wait till the thing is start breaking. Bring in replacements already. Have them ready to go.
Let me ask you: Do we re-sign or do we extend CJ and start letting him get reps at maybe strong safety or free?
No, because you got to put him in his best position, and he's in it right now. It's the best of his career. Go back and look at all the information. You got to keep him in the position he's at. You don't change Gardner. It's the most effective he's been in his career. Go check.
You're right.
Everything that's been laid out the last 2 weeks. They're just like, and I shouldn't even say that because I'm going to use things that I hate to use. I'm going to use PFF stuff, but it still is some sort of measurable. And he is the most successful in his. This has been the most success he's had on a short-term basis like this.
But look at what he's. Look at what he.
Why wasn't he with other teams or even on their injury list or anything? I'm just.
Well, the same reason Dennis Rodman didn't have too many takers back in the day. Same reason. It was never from lack of talent, in my opinion. But let me ask you, though, the stuff he has been known for, or he's becoming famous for this year, is perfectly timed blitzes. Sure as shit, great wrapping and tackling technique. He does a great job finishing the playoff, even in the secondary. My question is, all those blitzes that we saw getting dialed up, those are blitzes. Yeah, a nickel corner can run, but a strong safety also gets up to the line and runs those blitzes like we've seen Brisker do that he's not been able to reach home for. So my question for you is, because Gardner does have experience at safety, and yes, I agree that what he's done at his at the slot now is statistically and just metrics wise much better. But to me, those are two glaring things that we will have to figure out a plan for, if you ask me, along with defensive tackle, left tackle on the offense for the offseason. This year is going to be great, however it ends out. I have no doubt about that. We're still going to do well the rest of the year. God willing, we stay healthy. But after the season's over, it's not going to carry over fully without real critical work done at these positions specifically, man.
I'm going to kind of answer that with a question, because just let's pretend this season's over. It went whatever it went. I mean, and you're going into next year. Now you've got Stevenson and Jalen Johnson back there.
Right.
So who do you want to pair with them? Because you've got some pretty good options, because you've got access to Gordon and Brisker.
Right.
I'm not saying they're on the team definitely, but look what the potential is to have back there, the starting four, man, and then with some of the depth. They're probably going to draft a lot more. They're probably going to draft another safety anyways, just because we go through them. I mean, look at all the injuries in the defensive backfield this year. This is probably the most that I can remember in a long time where we've had this problem. It's always the offensive line's getting banged up, or our pass rushers hurt. Just. So,
no, you're right. The last time
it's just not. We haven't had to deal with it a ton, really.
It's been a good long while. The last time I remember being so heartbroken about injuries to our secondary. I mean, losing Jalen, I will never underscore how much of a difference Jalen probably would have made this year, especially to the passing game. Maybe he might not have been able to help prevent what happened with Detroit necessarily, but I would like to think that he could have made a difference in Baltimore, for example. One player could have made it.
And the Vikings, the first game.
Yeah. Yes. And so the last time
2 minutes of that Baltimore game, the last 2 minutes of that Baltimore game.
Yep, exactly,
exactly. In the Lions game, the defense gave up 70 points in those 62 minutes.
That was the game he left like in the second quarter, yeah? Was that the one where he re-aggravated wasn't it that game?
Who, Johnson? That was...
wasn't it the Lions game, or was it the Vikings game?
The Vikings? Oh, I don't even remember now. Vikings?
Because he missed the preseason, and I thought his first game wasn't even until like the second or third game of the season, wasn't it? Wasn't that he did not start on opening day, did he, Jalen?
I don't even remember. I swear to God.
So I guess the last
sorry to interject. No, Jalen Johnson did not start the season. He was not healthy. He fought it out against the Lions in the second game where he got injured.
That's right. So the last time I remember our secondary being, this hurt, or the last time it affected me so much was when the first time Mike Brown got hurt. That was like 20 years ago. When he went down, literally the heart and soul of our defense was like impacted. Yeah. This is where I'm a little bit more optimistic about, I think the combination of Dennis Allen, Ben Johnson, and Poles, maybe listening to them, maybe a lot more, or maybe trusting them maybe a lot more than he trusted Eberflus after year 1 and 2. And maybe definitely if we take it back, you would hear stories of how Ryan Pace didn't even bother consulting with John Fox when he drafted was it Trubisky?
Yep.
And the Kevin White draft pick, I don't know if he was John Fox's consultant.
Mahomes?
Something like that, yeah. That as the urban legend goes, something like that. That when you hear shit like that, that is the like epitome of dysfunction, man. You should not. You have no business being on a football team if you ice out your own head coach whose fate is tied with yours. So I see better times as a result of what we have seen the secondary be able to accomplish, missing their number one Pro Bowl slash basically all pro cornerback. And as of a year and a half ago, a guy who was actually competing with Tyreek for the second quarterback position, Terrell Smith, both of them.
Yeah.
And one of the higher quality nickel corners in football, according to what he was paid and how he was perceived, Kyler Gordon, all of them being debilitated. What we have managed to accomplish actually in the pass defense this season is remarkable, if you ask me. It's a fucking miracle.
It's a fucking miracle. Yes.
And
Al Harris. In Al
hell
Harris,
yeah,
we
man.
trust.
Hell yeah. Hell yes. That's why I won't scream blood. I never screamed bloody murder when everyone was shitting all over Nishan Wright earlier this season. They would, every single time he gave up a completion, I would hear nonstop bullshit language about him. And I compare him to so many other street cast-offs, basically, that we picked up over the years that couldn't hold a candle to what this person has done. And I'm not just talking about last Sunday, even opening day, what he did. How many fourth or fifth string / practice squad corners have the audacity to jump slants and things like that, the things that he did, or out jump, albeit on a poorly thrown ball at the goal line last weekend? We have that is good scouting. That's good Dennis Allen advisement, if you probably from my opinion. So personnel wise, we are at a very different foundational and philosophical place where if we do the right things this offseason, we'll take whatever happens this season here on out as a gift, in my opinion. If we end up, I don't know, 11-6, 12-5, that is good profit for me.
Miracle.
Yes.
It's a miracle.
Absolutely.
If we win 12 games, it's a freaking miracle.
After Carl, I want to ask you, just keep this in mind. I want to ask you, where do you think that came from? Go ahead, Carl.
What came from where?
Where do you think that this, like, how is that possible? We're talking about our fourth and fifth and sixth stringers.
Right, but that's you're using a bias, right? Oh, we got him in free agency. He was low on the depth chart. Why is he so low on the depth chart, and why is he available if he was the 99th overall pick?
Coaching.
This is a player that has talent, right? So, again, I really, really liked this comment from Cliff Victoria. We were not going back and forth, but just one exchange. I think this is fair. Nishan Wright, 80% of the time, he does suck. But he does have that 20%, which is super good. That's kind of like what this defense is, right? I asked, I forgot who I even asked at this point. Maybe it was facetiously in chat, right? Maybe it was the British Bears. I was really struggling with that, right? I asked Jason, I said, what is the defensive scoring rankings for the Bears, right? Points given up, whatever it was. It was 26th. I would say it's fair to say that the Bears are the 26th ranked defense. That's not good. But they've got this live by the sword, die by the sword mentality to pair with an offense that is effectively high flying.
They're giving up more points than they're scoring, yet we're 7-3. That is a testament to coaching, period.
And that's, I was just going to say, I asked, it's one of the first chat polls I did today. I asked, is the way that the Chicago Bears are winning football games in 2025, is that going to be sustainable? Could this come to a crashing halt and you're not going to win any more games?
Didn't we do this in 2001, Carl?
2001, I'm not even sure if I was born in 2001, but
we did in 2001. We did.
It was exactly that predates my Bears fandom.
You're not sure.
I won't even speak on that.
When were you? When were you born? You're not sure.
Do you want my social?
Born in 1995.
Want my social? You want my license plate?
You're born in 1994. Sorry.
What does that matter? Anyway, again, I can speak on 2006 and beyond. 2001, I'll let you guys have that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's not sustainable, but that doesn't mean this team isn't going to grow and win in other ways. You've got to start somewhere, and boy, what a way to start. You know, and we don't have, the team is not complete. We know this. It's not
even close. Team's not complete. The team's injured.
Year one, and we're
your quarterback is still learning the offense. So
listen,
as things stand,
the guys in the
not
defense are still learning their system too,
I
because
want
they've all been thrown into it out of the fire, man.
I want a
Here's when I
moment
was
of
fucking
fucking
born, Steve.
silence right now. I want a moment of silence. Okay, listen to this.
Shut up, Shorty.
For what, Virginia?
I don't know what the numbers are as of this week now, but prior to this past game, last week, going into the Vikings game, we were number 1 in the league in sacks allowed at 14. 14 total. Last year at this point, we had 30 fucking 8. That's almost 3 times. That's 1.5. That's 2.5 times the amount of fucking sacks almost. We are sitting here with the number 4 offense in the passing offense in the league, the number 2 running offense in the league. We are sitting here with the number 1 rated offensive line after having the worst rated offensive line in the entire NFL last year at this point. Like, complete garbage. I'm talking fucking garbage. And here we are sitting. I mean, it is a complete fucking 180. This is astounding what this coaching staff has done. Ben and everyone he's brought in has completely flipped the culture in a half a season. And they're winning with their 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th string fucking defensive backs. This is something, and we're getting our players. We're getting Jalen Johnson back. We're getting Kyler Gordon back. They're in that 21-day window. Jalen Johnson's got 14 days to go, wherever the hell it is. But we are at the position, like, we are sitting atop the NFC North alone right now as we speak. Just
big
pause and think about that for a second.
A big variable that could actually help turn the tide. And this is from what I've seen in the second level. A somewhat healthy TJ Edwards is an X factor, if you ask me.
What about a rookie 4th round draft pick linebacker?
Oh, we've talked about him, the one that can run really fast. Yes.
There's a chance we might see him. I'm scrambling to get your injury report up. And again, for our audio listeners, this is at Thursday, November 20th.
Yeah, thank you.
He's basically doing, he's on kickoff duty, is he not? Isn't that what he's been doing?
I thought he's been on healthy scratch duty, guys.
Oh.
Rather
for
have
some
a
reason
sandwich than Ruben Hippolyte.
It would be nice to see, man. It would be nice to see him actually play a defensive snap at some point.
So again, for our audio listeners,
I was going to state this again. If you take away that 62 minutes of that Lions game, and that the last 2 minutes they gave up, was it 17 points? So I mean, it's 70 points. That's how skewed the defensive numbers are. I see him going back, like, and somebody brought this up, Carl. You said something. I'm going, well, last week they gave up under 20. The week before they gave up under 20. Because when they do that and they score 25, they win every game. So it's how far does this defense progress under Dennis Allen and getting help? How much better? Because how soon is Jalen Johnson going to be on the field? Jalen Johnson ain't playing for another 3 or 4 weeks. He might make the last game of the season. Be realistic.
If I say something, tell me if I'm out of line. I mean, I don't know if Dennis Allen could have this defense being played any better. And again, I already said I view them as the 26th ranked defense due to the points they're giving up. I don't know if Dennis Allen could have them play any better than they are. They don't have the horses on the defensive line to make an impact. The linebackers, whatever, they may even be overperforming with that switch that they did. But their secondary with the injuries too, it's like, what the heck can you do, man? So I don't think they're going to get any better. And it almost feels like the team has conceded to the point where, like, yeah, we suck. Let's just give up these yards and hope we get a turnover or two and have this offense win our football games and our special teams. And it has worked up to this point. Again, just wanted to point out for your audio listeners.
I don't believe that's what they think, Carl.
That's fine. You can disagree with me.
If
our audience tonight.
If I'm in that locker room, I'm not sitting there going, yeah, well, we'll just give up points and we'll try and get turnovers.
That's not. You obviously wouldn't say that, right? You're not bringing C.J. Gardner-Johnson in from the streets. How did they come to that
conclusion? They're all just thinking it, but nobody's saying it. I'm just
We're gonna
I'm
have
throwing it out there, dude. They're gonna get better. I still think the continuity and playing together weekly, because you got to keep people going in and out. It makes it difficult. I know this, man. Put it this way. When we had the same 23, 24 guys playing the whole season, we won every game. Then the next 2 years, we've got people in and out weekly constantly because nobody can play any position. No continuity. We lost every game. We won one game in 2 years. It's just huge. And part of that was the personnel, but the other part was nobody played together continuously through the whole 2 seasons almost. It was insane. I played 4 positions on defense at like 107 pounds. I played defensive end for a game because we didn't have anybody. I got a sack. I got my ass kicked, but I got a sack.
It's hilarious when I hear that Darnell Washington is 6'7", 311 pounds playing tight end. And you're saying as a defensive end, you were 100 pounds? That's
107,
awesome.
dude.
That's awesome. That is awesome. 100 pounds soaking wet, I'm sure. Boy, you kind of squashed that. I mean, obviously you're not bringing C.J. Gardner-Johnson in off the street and having the injured Jalen Johnson sit down with you in your office and say, hey, we suck. We're going to suck. We're going to hope we get turnovers. That's not how it goes. Nope. But my idea would be like your game planning, just the coaches, the mindset, right? Nope. You're not going to go into Minnesota and say, yeah, we're going to stop this run game. We're going to eliminate this run game and force KJ McCarthy to be a one-dimensional. Because if you bank on that, then Jordan Mason, like he has done in these past 2 games against the Bears, he's going to kill you. And he's going to get your offense into a point where you think you're going to win the game.
Vikings still lost. They still lost.
I don't think Foster's going to let me win this one, gentlemen. So I think I'm going to back down from this.
I just don't see how anybody in that locker room or on that team
trying to do?
would even want to think that way when they're this high on the mountain.
Overachieving will be the message that's going to be pushed for the rest of the season. Absolutely. Whatever, and the coaches will never say it to them, but that's what they will be pushing. They'll push all these guys to their goddamn limits and see how far it takes them. If it gets them into a wild card or greater,
indirectly, they'll say it to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's only I could not say that if I did not see similar in the 2001 season where we had talented skill positions at certain places, but we had something called serendipity, and the universe was also smiling down upon us at certain critical times. Similar to some of the endings we've seen this season, we made our own luck in 2001, and we were 13-3, not because we were dominant, but because we were prepared to be lucky when lightning needed to strike.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just have. Please look at this, people. We are number 3 in the NFC right now. It's
not over till the fat lady sings.
It's not over till the fat fuck sings. However,
till Don Burr sings.
By the way, where the hell are you, Don Burr?
Don Burr.
We are better numbers to look at.
We are number 3 in the NFC right now. What did you say, Carl? If we played the playoffs,
Linda,
we'd play the Packers at home in the wild card game.
Linda. If the Bears lose to the Boogeyman and the Lions win, we go to the 8th seed in just 1 week, right? So how quickly can things change? Just keep that in mind, right? I really genuinely think that you have to take every single game, one game at a time. Because according to my personal record prediction, you've already reached the limit. You've already reached your 7 wins.
By the way, can we
Carl,
just look at
the master of the bleeding obvious?
So yeah, again, for my personal prediction, I didn't think that we'd start off this hot. I thought that it would take time to get to the point that maybe we're at, and we'd start to win the games when it mattered at the end. So we're way ahead of schedule, according to me. Shorty thinks that at this point we're effectively winning out, right? Well, actually, he's got 2 losses in a row.
The winner right now is Jason at 7-3. He has the team 7-3 right now.
Right, but again, Jason thinks we're winning out. Chris thinks we're effectively winning out. So I don't envision that. But again, I genuinely think that the message has to be 1 game at a time, like it has been. Got to go 1-0 this week.
But you only have so for right now, we lose out for you as far as your record.
No.
We're 7-3.
in the grand scheme. But if you go game by game,
again, man.
Let's listen to Foster. What does Foster have to say?
Oh my God, I forgot it. Now we got to go one game at a time, but the defense is going out there saying, "Yeah, we know we can't stop them. We just got to let them score and hope for the best."
Maybe Gervon Dexter is going out like that, but not the players. My point there was not the players are saying that. It's the coaching staff. It's how you Gervon. I'm really bad at that, PJ.
Really when your defense isn't good and you know they're not good, are you out there thinking, we know they're going to score all over us. We got hopefully we'll get some turnovers.
No, what we actually think is, let me run this ball before I can keep the defense off the field.
This. I pissed
PJ,
off
let me
Foster.
ask you.
No,
I can't believe it. I can't believe I pissed off Foster. This is excellent.
I ain't pissed off. I'm just on my horse.
No, you're pissed off.
Half a gummy earlier. Otherwise, I'd be sleeping.
Half a gummy. You need to share those with Paul.
Stop interrupting him. Let him fucking finish.
Foster needs to share those gummies with Paul. I'm done.
What's up, Sharon?
You'll be back.
I got a question for you, PJ, about Dennis Allen's strategy in game. Speaking about the defense as we have been now, what we have most likely all observed is in the first quarter of most games, we tend to not show any sort of blitz whatsoever. We tend to keep it fairly vanilla. I'm guessing to see if we are capable of generating a push with the front four against the other team's trench or not. And then by the second quarter or closer to halftime is when we start seeing more frequent DBs and linebackers approaching the gaps and the edge before the play is snapped. My question for you is, putting yourself in Dennis Allen's shoes, do you think he is really hoping that this will be the game where we actually get pressure from the gate with the front four? And I'm hoping they'll prove my belief in them correct. And by the middle of the second quarter, oh shit, looks like we can't get much. Let me start sending our secondary and disguising things and at least making them think that I'm going to start blitzing them all the time now. Do you think that's what do you think his mindset is? And do you think in his perfect world, he's not actually sending blitzers basically the second quarter on?
I think that every defensive coordinator's dream is to get pressure with four.
Yep.
Some of them want to disguise what four they send. So the question isn't necessarily, can we get pressure with just four? The question becomes, okay, if I can't get it the traditional way, how am I going to disguise the four that I send? And that becomes the game within the game, because if I'm sending a safety, I need one of my linemen to drop back and cover his spot. And then therefore you got to say, can I gamble at this particular time, having my lineman cover this running back or cover this tight end? Is he able to do it, or am I going to get exposed? Can the pressure get there before the quarterback recognizes where the mismatch is? Dennis Allen does a pretty good job of that, because we don't have a true stud who, you know, that, man, this guy, you got a game plan for real. We don't have that guy. And because we don't, our pressure has to become creative. Booker, he's good, but he's light. Sometimes he'll knock a left tackle on his butt, I've seen.
Yep.
Sometimes he get washed out by a tight end. So you don't really know what you got in him. Sweat is sporadic. Grady played great last week. Will he play great this week? I don't know, because he hasn't shown nothing else the rest of the year. Gervon, He's played good at times, but like we said earlier, he's never been that dominant guy who you can say, man, he's a second coming of Chris Jones or a Keaton Hicks. He hasn't shown that yet. Yeah. So therefore, we haven't had that dominant guy. So you have to manufacture pressure and disguise it.
So then that goes to my question about the first quarter and the starts of games. Do you agree with his strategy of not even not showing blitz even from the outset and giving them something to think about from their very first drive, because that could either inadvertently or purposefully lead to a bigger impact by the defense to start off the games, rather than what we've seen are like more mundane. We saw a bunch of mundane 3 and outs, not mundane, but compared to the rest of the game, what we saw the first quarter of the last game, for example.
Your questions are just like,
I think
they're such great questions. Go ahead, Peach.
I just think that I come from the belief that my defensive linemen are defensive linemen for a reason. I don't want to have to put my defensive linemen in a position where they have to be in coverage. That's not what I'm paying them for. So I'm putting myself at a disadvantage just to hopefully create a mismatch on a pass rush. So I don't want to expose my team so much like that, because I'd rather my safeties guard the running backs or tight ends as opposed to trying to get my defensive end to do it. I see the advantage at times of doing that. Why he does that? Because you give deception. They're not suspecting this guy to come, and then he comes. So right. I get it. But when you get exposed, you get exposed. So I would rather my guy let the defensive players get paid. I mean, do what they get paid to do.
So you would be more in support of staying vanilla at the start of games?
The whole game, actually. I would get creative in how I send them. Stunts and games, twists right. and all that. I'll do all that, but dropping Billings into coverage, no. I'm not a fan of sending Brisker, CJ Johnson, or whatever his name is. No disrespect to him. I don't know, but CJ Johnson or something like what's his
Gardner?
Sidney Gardner. Okay. I'm not trying.
Huh? I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
But I'm going to save it for after the show.
Okay. So I'm not a proponent of that. I'm more of the proponent of, okay, I can do a stunt. I can do a stunt to where I have the defensive end come in to the A gap, and I have the defensive tackle take the C gap. I'll do something like that. I don't want to send the light guys and expose my defensive tackles in coverage.
And the other reason I asked you about showing, disguising, and committing to blitzing, I did have a question about our linebackers. I love them. I know they're good, but I want your opinion on this. Do you think our starting linebackers, I'm not going to talk about Sewell, I'll stick to TJ and Tremaine. Do you think they have the ability to shoot gaps anywhere near how Urlacher and Briggs were supremely skilled at shooting gaps faster than almost anybody we've seen? I've not seen our linebackers do that very often and actually reach home to much frequency. It's happened a couple of times, but not terribly often. And is that because of scheme or skill, in your opinion, for these two?
Because of the talent at the defensive line to protect them, to create those gaps.
Create the gap.
That is true. That is also true.
I think that TJ Edwards can shoot the gap really well. I think Tremaine Edmonds cannot. He's more of a coverage linebacker.
Yep.
Dennis Allen's scheme, I doesn't think lends itself for the linebackers to shoot the gaps. Because if you look at last year with Eberflus, seemed like Edwards played better then.
Yes.
Edmonds was still more into coverage. I think Edmonds is playing better this year as a wheel linebacker than he did last year as a Mike linebacker.
100%.
PJ.
So
100%.
So shooting the gaps, I don't think his scheme really calls for that.
More edge in general, is that what it is in your opinion?
Yeah, I think. I mean, even when I look at New Orleans, I never remember seeing their linebackers coming downhill in the A gap like that. They more going to the sides when I looked at Davis and the things he did. So I don't think it really lends itself to do that. So I like Sewell. I like Sewell a lot. I like Edwards a lot. Tremaine, he's okay for me, but I'm not trying to pay him $17 million to do what he do. So it comes a money situation. So in all season, he would be a cut candidate simply because what I'm asking out of my linebacker, I'm not paying you $17 million to do.
And is Tremaine Edmonds' replacement in that situation currently on this roster, Peter?
I don't know what we have in the rookie.
That fourth round.
We all want to know. We all want to see it.
So I don't know if he could be that filler again. but I know that I like TJ and I like Sewell, and I think they can be. But that third linebacker, I don't know if Tremaine leaves, who would be his replacement. Can Hippolyte do it, or do we have to draft someone else? I don't know.
You know what I like?
What's that?
You being on the fucking show. That's what I like.
Appreciate that, brother.
You're finally here again. It's taken them 3 months plus for you to hop on again with us because you're doing such an amazing job with taking on this task of coaching for, this college and learning from NFL professionals and being promoted to a defensive line coach and everything that you bring to the show. We haven't had enough of it because we've lost you to that. And I'm so proud of you for it, man. But dude, it is just so great to have you actually on here with us in real time, not late for the whole show. And I know you had to hop off for a bit for some recruiting stuff, but it's just amazing to have you back on with us, to hear you talking about this from all the things you've learned over this course of becoming a defensive line coach and learning from NFL players. It's really an honor, man. And thank you, man. We're just loving it. We're gobbling this up, bro. And it's so great to have you back.
Well, I appreciate being here, man. I love hanging out with you guys.
Hey, I appreciate you appreciating me, appreciating you.
And I truly miss hanging out with you guys and talking football because, man, it's good to be around like-minded people who love the Bears, who know football, and we can just have a good time too. We talked about with Minister Charles a few weeks ago, you and I, Shorty, the whole family atmosphere. That's what I love about this show. We have a family atmosphere. To me, it's like family talking with family about football. We may not always agree, but we're still able to talk, express our opinions, and go on from there. And I truly love that. The fact that we have that. I mean, the guys in the chat, like Cliff, who's here constantly, and when we get to talking about food, to engage in that. I love the way you fostered this atmosphere on this show to where we can have this family-like atmosphere. So thank you, Shorty.
No, you're welcome.
Well,
thank you, man.
Said, Beach. And to our brother, Rick Gonzalez, good night and stay safe.
Love you, Rick, man. Thank you, my brother. Been talking to him for years before this podcast even started, and he was in the Shaw Local podcast with Hub Arkush, and that's where we became friends. And I just was like, hey, just so you know, Rick, I have a podcast too, and he's been here ever since. And love you, Rick, man. I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Sports Zone Chicago, I'm sure. For anyone that doesn't know, Sports Zone Chicago, Sean Sierra does a great fucking job. He's my favorite. He's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, Sports Zone Chicago. I'm going to have to
Hey, it's your boy, the Superback, Sean Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Listen, guys, if you work from home like me and you want to put on a podcast in the morning while you're working, 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern, 2-hour show, great stuff. Talks about all the teams. It's Bear centric, and we've been seeing a lot of our chat members come into there, like Rick and Armando and Patty are from there coming to here, and it's just like this community. Like you said, PJ, the community is what it is. It's amazing, and I really try to go out of my way to appreciate and show my appreciation to you guys for all that you do. All of our members, like, you guys are so awesome. Everyone in chat, you guys are so awesome. You guys are, for the 120 millionth time, the reason why we do this. So I want to just take this moment to thank you guys. Like, you guys are the shit, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you so much. Melon Smasher saying Shorty's the heart and soul of this. I am, but it takes more than me, Melon Smasher. It takes these guys. It takes PJ, Foster, Carl, Sriram. Like guests, like Sriram, you're becoming like, you have an open invitation, my friend. Like, you want to come on here every week, we'll have you, man. If we have a guest, we'll still have you on with us, man. You just let us know, because your input is just, it's valued, man. Like, you have such great things to say, and it's just, it adds to the whole show. And chat loves you. We love you. We love you guys in chat. You guys are all just, I don't know. This is where I get like soppy, because
hey Peach, you were right, man. He's trying to replace me.
Good. Then you can take my job, man. Go ahead and take my job, and then we'll talk in a week.
I can't even do my own shit.
No, man.
Real nice and polite about, anytime, Shree, no problem. We'll have Foster will be gone in 3 or 4 weeks. We'll just cut him down to this little fucking, molester or something.
And
unfortunately for you, Foster, I'll never let go of the fact that if not for you finding me, I don't get the pleasure of knowing any of you.
I honestly cannot even remember how that happened. Can you explain it to me?
Peach, why don't you grill him? Grill him.
Before you say that, I want to say I don't recognize Brock Thunder 123 saying this show is relaxing. That is like the most absolute fucking best compliment we could ever get. Like, and I've never seen your name before. Maybe because the YouTube changed their whole profiles of who we see in chat, and we might have known who you were like 6 months ago, but not now. But the fact that somebody even says that is just like the utmost honor. And sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, though, Brock must only be watching at certain times. It can't be every week.
Yeah.
If we're relaxing. I'm joking.
He's not.
Right.
He's not wrong, if you ask me. Because if you watch, well, I don't really watch many other. Actually, I don't watch podcasts at all. But if we pay any attention to the other discourse that goes on about our universe, about the same things that we talk about, there's one very subtle yet gigantic difference between what I experience with you gentlemen and all of your guests and audience who join you each time. Just the way you communicate, your language, your energy, your personalities. There's a big difference and subtle difference. None of you guys are dickheads, and none of you ever behave like dickheads. You actually are nice human beings. You're polite. You actually know your parents raised you well and taught you how to debate and argue in a civil manner without being a complete asshole, which is an art form that I wish everyone was taught and more people paid attention to, because you learn a lot more when you spend less time being emotional 12-year-olds, calling each other names and hurling epithets at each other. You learn a lot more. And what I've had the privilege of learning, not only about obviously football, but what I get to hear from a person like you, Shorty, who gets to share his experience and of actually sitting and walking on Soldier Field Being able to talk to Eric Kramer, random names I'm throwing out here now. If this was someplace else, I don't think I would have learned more in the three times that I've joined you guys in history, and this would be the fourth, compared to me watching 20 other podcasts, seven days a week, and hearing nothing but blabber and stuff that isn't useful or valuable, but just a bunch of screaming and shouting and name calling because that's supposed to be entertaining. When in fact, once you finish watching, you actually wonder, what did I actually learn from any of this? And did I become stupider? And I don't mean that as an insult to those people. God bless them. They make shitloads of money because there's that kind of behavior drives people to want to come see you. But this is very, very different. And it's, I don't take this very lightly that you invited me on and make room for someone like me. So it's, the honor is all mine, and I am with you anytime you have room. It's an absolute honor for me. So thank you all.
No, you just let us know when you have the time. Cause I know your work schedule is kind of like mine. Like I work late and I'm like, I get balled up and stuff. And it's like, holy shit, I have to do a show in an hour and a half or whatever. So like, you just let us know, man. You have an open invitation on the show. I promise you that. Like
thank you so much, man.
You become just a great voice for this show and a great friend of us on this channel. And it's well received and it's loved. It's loved by everyone, us here on this panel and everyone in chat. So but honestly, man, you're the shit, Sriram. Can you please
likewise?
Can you please pronounce your last name for us?
Try it once and then I'll do it.
Yes.
Will you give it a college try once and then I'll
100% after you. Oh, you want me to do it first?
Of course, man.
Paratharansi.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It is pronounced Parthasarathi.
Parthasarathi.
Yes, perfect. Well done.
Do you know my last name?
I don't even know your first name.
On Parthasarathi, the Bears are going to win this week. No, it doesn't go.
Okay. I'm gonna type it here for you in chat. And
I was going to ask you, do you have to obscure it yourself for professional reasons or career reasons? Or
no. Can you pronounce that?
Shortino.
Holy! Get the fuck out of here! I just knocked over my chair. You're like one of two people in an entire fucking year that can pronounce that correctly. You just nailed it.
Full disclosure, I met this lovely makeup artist probably a decade ago. Her name was Christine Shortino, and we'll just say she was very easy on the eyes, so I just never forgot how to say that name after that.
Kind of like me, huh?
And there's always a great background story to something like that, Pete.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
You get no better than that.
Dude, somebody
I had somebody say that about me once. They're like, I'm never going to forget that guy. What a fucking asshole.
If I meet anyone that can pronounce that correctly, I just fall off my fucking chair. I cannot. So my first name is Dan.
Dan. Okay. Pleasure to formally meet you then.
So you see why I go by Shorty?
No, I think you have a tremendous name, man.
Shortino. All my friends growing up gave me the nickname Shorty as Shortino. Shortino. Right?
Totally saw that, but I think you have an awesome last name. And are you 100% full-blooded Italian, or what's your?
Fuck no, I was adopted.
Hey, Sriram, why don't you just get to it and ask him if that's his sister, and you can have his phone number. That's where we're going here.
I didn't mention the second part of the story where I'll say that loud part quiet. I didn't have a chance in hell, anyways.
I'm one of those kids that never knew my father growing up. He like bailed on my mother when he got her pregnant at 16. And then my father, who became my father, adopted me he started dating my mom when she was pregnant. And then he became my dad, and then he adopted me the Italian family Shortino. And I fucking grew up full-blooded Italian, all the fucking lasagnas and spit and sauces, and that's why I was like spaghetti and fucking fish and spaghetti. That doesn't work in my Italian world. It just doesn't work.
I gotta tell you this. I just gotta say this. I would love to have met your father because I would have asked him. So how is it you started dating a pregnant woman
in fucking high school?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would love to know. I would love to know the story.
God bless him, man. God bless him.
For real, I would love to know the story behind that. I'm like, bro, what, man? I'm like, did she just look? You looked at her and seen that glow and like, yeah.
My mom was pretty hot. I'll give her that.
I'm gonna have to leave right now, guys. I got a story all about this, but I can't.
I've already hit you with.
Yeah, Cliff says Shorty is not short. I'm 6'2", bros. I'm not short.
Wow.
Shorty is short for Shortino. That's why I was normally spelling it like he says there, Shorty, but I figured people would just get like lost.
Scorty.
Like,
Scorty.
Foster has a running joke.
If the
Scrody fits, Scrody. Everyone sees that as Scrody. So I just like phonetically spelled it Shorty, and it works. So I go by that. But
I see.
It was given.
So even in real life, not just online or whatever.
Real life.
Correct. Yes.
It started before there was this.
I was Shorty before this channel by all my friends, and when I was 18 years old and 15 years old. So.
Oh my gosh, man! Amazing. Well, that is an amazing story. Like a lot of my friends who are either adopted or who grew up in situations like that, they turn out to be very different as adults. You've turned out to be like seriously, God bless your mom and your dad, let's say, for raising you the way they did, because you're an awesome guy and real.
I can vouch for that. He is an awesome guy.
Great energy, sweet energy. It's very rare to see. So credit to them and credit to you for just growing up the right way. And like, go
ahead.
You already had a good baseline since you're a Bears fan, so that automatically means you're ahead of the curve. So
I feel the same way about you, Shriram. Like that's why I say like you have an open invitation. Like if you want to be a part of this show, just let us know.
Hey,
we'll make you like a regular with us.
I mean, whenever you'll have me, I'm in. I'm totally at your service.
Every week, yes or no.
Whenever he wants to have you. Do you guys need to get a room? That's all I want to know. You guys need to get a room.
All right. So Foster and how's it going, Shriram?
No, I didn't realize that side of PJ's personality, because him and I gave each other a look when you were mentioning ground up rubbers underneath Soldier Field earlier in the podcast.
No, man, I love the community that, because my vision of this is what it is now. It's an honor to have this vision that I had of this channel be what it is right now. And this is all of you in chat. You guys are all so awesome. And every one of you that comes on and becomes a guest with us, and you enjoy the time with us and the fun that PJ and Foster and I and Carl and I have, and you bring it on and you add to it, and everyone loves you because of it. And then it makes more people. Minister Charles Johnson, we're doing a GoFundMe for him. I want to promote that again. Minister Charles Johnson needs a bottom set of dentures. We started a GoFundMe for him. It is in the link to the description of this show right now. Go to the description. You can find the link to the GoFundMe page and you can donate. We need $950. It's not a lot of money, man. And the first 10 people that donate to this, I'm going to donate 50% to the first 10 people that donate to Minister Charles Johnson. So if you donate 10, I'll donate 5. If you donate 50, I'll donate 25. You donate 100, I'll donate 50. And we're going to make this happen and get one of our fucking favorite best chat members, longest chat members who loves this show. He is down with BCP for life, as he says. We're going to get him some fucking bottom dentures. And that's what this show is about. This show is about that. It has always been about that. That's how I found PJ and Foster to become my co-hosts, to make this a show. It started off with me being a dildo sitting here talking to myself.
Put the link back up.
And it turned into this. So you guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah, Shorty, I couldn't find it in the description.
You got to be kidding me. Like it is in there. Just hit expand in it. I'll make sure for you guys. It absolutely is a link in the description.
Here, I'll put it right here.
Yeah, just put it in the chat too. There's multiple ways to get it, guys.
There's the link again. You can find it right there. I mean, we've already in like 3 hours we've already raised almost $200 for him.
215, right?
Oh, over 250. Wow, that's amazing. Even more than before. It was at 195 before. Now we're at 215. Like, all we need is $950. The first 10 people, I will donate 50% of what you donate. We're gonna get him his damn teeth, people.
So you said how many people donated already?
1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5.
Okay.
The next, so I'll donate 10, 10, 12.5.
Just take 215 divided by 2.
So we're already
You're
at
about 110.
Yeah, we're at $450.
$107.50.
Right now with this, we're at $450 with my adding my donations to the first 10 people.
No, 220 divided by 2.
$107.50 added on to 215,
so
which would be $322.50.
Yeah, less than 330. But he said the first 10 people, right? So imagine if we doubled this.
If we doubled this, and I'm going to donate 50% of the first 10 people that donate to this.
And there's only been 5 donations up to this point. I say only, meaning we still have room, but 5 already is excellent.
I'm going to get him his teeth. I promise you that. And it's because of the community that we have built that I am not hurting for money. I would love to help people. That's why I'm doing this. And I'm happy to donate the first 50% of the first 10 people. I'm happy to do that. Let's help somebody get his bottom teeth.
Yeah, outside of everything, I mean, let's say in the face of adversity, I know I would not be putting myself on camera if I didn't have any bottom teeth. The conversation that we had with Minister Charles Johnson, was it last week? Aside from everything, was fantastic. Probably pussy. It's a testament to how awesome he is, the Michigan fan that he is. I'm all for it, man.
Thanks, Al.
Are we ready for everyone's favorite segment?
Yes.
We are?
Let's do it.
Are you sure?
Something of the week. That's on the Bar Down Blackhawk show on oh, never mind. Wrong show.
Well, I'm thinking of another segment, gentlemen.
Everybody be quiet. It's my turn to talk now. And guess what? I want to see everybody's dicks out right now.
Damn. Polls got that. Only 4 chat polls materialized today, but they were good ones, right? 50% split down the middle on the question being, do you support the making of music via AI?
By the way, Shreer, stick around after the show. I'll talk to you about that.
I didn't get the vote on that one, Carl, but I would vote no.
Interesting. Okay. It's a pretty generic question, right?
Now, Romy,
do you support the making of it?
Romy was here earlier, and he compelled or requested that I make a donation for Minister Charles. Okay, Romy, I got you, brother. That's all I got to say.
What a PJ, you're a sweetheart, man.
I don't know if we're taking that public. I almost wanted to talk to you guys about that after the show, but
well, PJ was in the production meeting that we had with Minister, and we talked about it after we had the production meeting, he was just like, yeah, he's a good guy, man. He needs the help. He does. We both, all of us, kind of assessed, we got to know him and made sure that we were going to make the right decision. And I 1000% believe that it was the right decision. Minister is a fucking great guy, and he went through. He had 3 strokes in 2023.
Yes.
January 26th of 2023, January 25th, 2023, and then May something of 2023. And then it caused him to have to be put on this medication that dried out his mouth and had his teeth rot out of his head. And then he had to go to get, he's got the top set of dentures. All we need is the bottom set. That's all we need, man. And we can make this happen. I know it. I believe in you guys. I believe in us. It's amazing. This is amazing. I love you guys, man.
It's it's an awesome community. That's to say the least. So, interesting.
Go ahead.
Whoa. Well, I don't know how Dan wants to handle this, but.
Well, Melon Smasher, I'm just going to let you know, when you donate to Super Chat, YouTube takes like 45% of that. When you donate to GoFundMe, they take like 3%. So I love and appreciate Melon Smasher. That is amazing of you. And I really appreciate that. And because of that, whatever money that they take from me, I will give that full $60 that you donated. I really, 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 really appreciate that. Thank you. YouTube's a fucking whore. So they suck all the money out of our pockets. They flip us upside down and shake all the change out of us. And we only get like 40, maybe 55% of our earnings on any channel and any YouTube channel.
I do want to point out too, not to say what Dan just said is wrong, but for the GoFundMe specifically, whatever money that you pledge to, let's call it the Charles Johnson Foundation, actually all that money is going to that. You have to 100%. Add to it to have that go through. It's like a tax.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. 16%, 16.5%, I believe.
Yeah. Here they take 55% of that from this channel, but I will donate that. I will add to that to make it the full $60 that you donated.
Never mind. You can customize that tip, so you can actually tip GoFundMe 0. And
now you tell me, doggone,
damn. That's why we have a producer. We have to talk about that after the show.
Anyway, I kind of wanted to blast through the chat polls today. So again, 50% down the middle on if the chat supports making the music via AI. Kind of made this poll with the thought of wanting to mention to you guys that one of the most recent trending songs on the internet, YouTube, whatever it was made via AI. I think it's called I Run, purely from the same application that Dan and BCP and Barroom Network uses, which is really funny in my opinion. But in any event, we move on. I asked, can the Bears sustain winning games the way that they have up to this point? Out of only 7 votes, and that's due to the split streams that we had tonight, 57% said no, so pretty close to down the middle, but general consensus would suggest no, they cannot. But we already talked about that. Was Jervon Dexter a better pick than Jalen Carter? Out of 10 votes, 80% said no, he was not a better pick. Not sure why we made that comparison, but at the end of the day, I do think that Carter is the better player. And then I also asked who, not why, but who starts at slot cornerback for the Chicago Bears with both players being healthy. Out of 18 votes, 72% said Kyler Gordon. And we didn't.
I picked him.
Weren't too much, but I think Kyler Gordon was activated from the IR as far as like his 21-day window. Don't know if he's going to play this week, but Jalen Johnson is the player to look out for. He's the player who was a full go today after being limited yesterday. Very real possibility that Jalen Johnson plays against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers at Soldier Field this Sunday.
I will say.
What's your prediction? Do you think he does or no? Do you think they'd be safe or actually let him play this weekend?
I think Rodgers went to the Steelers this offseason knowing he had a game in Soldier Field, man. I think that's what he wakes up for, unfortunately. He is the boogeyman, so.
Sorry, I was referring to Jalen. Do you think what's your prediction? Do you think Jalen plays Sunday or no?
It's really 50-50. It's hard for me to say either way.
I say no. I say no. But let me ask you this. If Gordon comes back this week, do you play CJ Gardner-Johnson at Nashawn Wright's position?
I would like to speak for Foster, and I think Foster already said this. I mean, you cannot move Gardner-Johnson. Gardner-Johnson, for all intents and purposes, was a reject from the Texans, where he lost them a game against the Buccaneers. He tried to have it work out for a playoff caliber team in Baltimore, also did not work out. Now all he's done is gone to Chicago and play the best that he's ever played in his career as the slot cornerback. I think you cannot mess with success on a defense that hasn't had much of it. I think Gardner-Johnson has to be your slot cornerback until he is not.
Gordon, if he plays, he's going to play on the outside.
I would like to see that.
Have we seen him enough as a cover corner to trust it? I don't know if I have as a cover corner. Gordon, I mean.
Do you like the alternative more?
I don't know. I have a knee-jerk reaction, and I have a different one that I'd have to really think, only because what I've seen from Kyler just lining up on the outside against a receiver, either in man or zone, closer to the line. I don't know. What I do know is against the run, the guy is amazing. When it comes time to pursue and choose the right lanes, when it's a run play, he does amazing things. I just don't know as a cover corner, even compared to Nashawn, just because the sample size is difficult for me to gauge from.
Yeah, I mean, Nashawn, everyone knows how I feel about the guy. He is producing at 20% very good. Is it fair to take that away from him? I'm not sure. Tyreek Stevenson is hard to gauge, in my opinion, as well, if he's thrust into the number one cornerback spot under circumstance. So I just don't know. Man, I had a point I wanted to bring up, but I'm losing it, unfortunately. Something along the lines of like a formation that has Gardner-Johnson and
T formation.
Close.
Is it the T formation?
No. Kyler Gordon, if you guys remember, at the beginning of the year, was cross-training at outside cornerback and safety. Maybe Kyler Gordon is the player that they'll thrust into the outside and see what he can do.
Or you play more dime, right? Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out there.
I mean, it's terrifying. You have the dime package against a team that's having an issue against the run. But yeah, it could work. I mean, Gardner-Johnson and Kyler Gordon are good against the run. So maybe you could make that work.
Let me ask you. And remember, if your choice is one of these two and death is not an option, Nashawn Wright or Kindle Vildor, who do you have at that position?
Vildor was like,
who the fuck do you think you are pulling Kindle Vildor out of your ass, dude? What the fuck?
I had to ask, man. I had to ask.
Kindle Vildor is on the fucking Buccaneers. He plays every game.
Yeah. He actually was producing for the Lions in some capacity.
I remember.
Too, right?
That's why I kind of asked that question. It was half joking, but
by the way,
this guy is Dan Aguirre 2.0, bros.
The Vildor was bad in the year, like because Vildor like started to ascend against the Saints in that playoff game where Wims dropped the flea flicker or whatever, right? And then we relied on him, and he failed us.
This guy just said Kindle Vildor. Like,
well, I thought it was an apt comparison.
I don't understand. Is that like just a Chrome Dome? Like you're impressed with that, or
do you fucking know who Kindle Vildor is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember Chris Conte and Major Wright?
Who the fuck is Kindle Vildor to even bring that name up?
Who the fuck is Tim Jennings?
If I never heard that name,
but Vildor's been employed in the NFL continuously since he left the Bears.
When he left the Bears, he became irrelevant. I forgot all about him.
To
me.
He's on the field a lot for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go look at the numbers. I only know this shit because of fantasy. And
the only way that I would
know, have defensive shit on here too all the time, so I got to read it because I'm sick.
The only way that I would ever have heard the name Kindle Vildor again is if I'm watching a playoff game and they're like Kindle Vildor with the interception. I would have been like, "Wait, is that
I feel like Shorty's gonna have the same reaction if we bring up Tano Passanio next year.
I gotta say this.
Oh my God, Tano Passanio.
I gotta say this.
Carl. Yeah.
I gotta say this. As of right now, according to Shorty's pledge, we are halfway over the mark for Minister Charles Johnson.
Wait. Let's do it, Peach. Ready?
Minister Charles Johnson. According to my math, we are currently at $547.50 with Shorty's pledge.
Oh man. I mean, am I gonna let Foster outdo me?
Booyah!
From PJ, from Foster, you guys are making a run at this.
Fucking love you guys.
So there's
nobody's out doing anybody. All we're doing is trying to help a guy. That's it.
That's the truth right there, actually.
You can't do it. If we had 10 people give $10, we're in.
Yeah. I want to hear this from Shorty. The $60 that who donated the $60? Melon Smasher. The $60 from Melon Smasher is a part.
That's not included in that.
No.
It is 100% a part of it, but because it was donated as a super chat, I'm going to give all that. I'm going to give 100% of that $60 because they take
aside from the GoFundMe.
Aside from, yes.
So we've got room for 3 more donations to get us to the 10 that you're going to donate half of.
We are currently at
correct.
And correct me if I'm wrong. We are currently at $607.50.
Is that counting Shorties?
Oh, wait a minute. Because now, are you going to give half of what Melon Smasher did too?
No, Melon Smasher's the cherry on the top, PJ.
Well, Melon Smasher, when he donated in Super Chat, they took 55% of that from me.
Right.
So I'm going to donate the full $60, which equals
roughly
the same.
And then you're going to do half of the first 10 donations for the GoFundMe.
Correct.
Okay, so currently the GoFundMe is at $365.
It is?
Yes. What? And half of that would be $182.50, correct?
Yep.
Holy shit, we're going to do this in one day?
Makes it $547.50 plus the 60 will take it to $607.50 currently.
Wow.
Am I correct?
Yep.
It sounds about right. That's why I'm hesitant right now. Let's get. I hate to ask. Can we get another donation or two to the GoFundMe so that I could top this thing off?
Wow. You guys.
Somebody donate $10. Somebody donate $5.
We're gonna do this in days, Minister.
Just give
one day.
Give, man. $5-10.
Let's rip the Band-Aid off, chat. You guys need the link?
Minister Charles, we love you, brother.
You'll be chewing, brother. You'll be chewing.
You're gonna be eating fucking ribeyes before you know it, my man.
Hey, Charles, in about a year, I might have to come and borrow them things too.
I can see Foster.
It's better. The ladies like you without the teeth,
I'm
Foster.
gonna gum my way down there. Charles, let me use that fuckers for a week.
No, Foster. The ladies like you
I'm
without
going to
the
Wisconsin.
teeth.
No, they don't want the teeth up there in Wisconsin.
Yeah, they want it. No teeth. No teeth.
Oh, that's right. That's why I was getting them pulled out. I forgot.
Ridiculous.
Doggy. Oh, good laugh is always good for the soul, brother.
Always good.
I'm laughing at Shorty is what I'm laughing at, not my stupidity. I'm laughing at him laughing.
That's why I was going to.
Sounds like a broad. Oh, what are you doing over there, Shorty?
For those of you who donated, we truly appreciate it. I know Minister Charles does, so man.
Oh my goodness.
Praise be to God, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, Charles, don't let him put the back 2 molars in either. I got a special thing I do.
What the fuck? Dude. Come on.
I fucking love you, Foster.
It's only in Missouri, though. Only in Missouri, because it's not legal in like 40 other states.
Wait, not even Wisconsin? Are you kidding me? It's not.
Not even Wisconsin. What the fuck? You gotta go south for that kind of stuff, Shuri.
Oh my god, dude! What was that noise?
I'm looking at my hurt.
Man,
my stomach hurts, man. From laughing.
My gut hurts like hell right now.
Fucking Charles says, "Cool, Foster. Sharing is caring."
God. Golly.
Oh
my goodness. Well, Sriram, I want to thank you for joining the show tonight.
whether you like that now or not.
I love it as much as I did from the first time I joined you guys, and you guys are doing an amazing thing. Shorty, I did want to hang out and chat a little bit longer. I unfortunately probably got to get rolling in a couple here.
Okay, well, let's end the show. Can you hang out for like 2 minutes after?
Yeah, please.
All right, cool. Well, let's end this shit because it's been 3 hours anyways. So, listen, everyone in chat, you know who you are. We can spend another 5 minutes doing this, but we want to talk to Sriram in the background for a second. Everyone in chat, we love you guys. We love you guys. We thank you for your support. We thank you for supporting Minister Charles Johnson. We're going to make this happen in like much quicker time than I thought. And I really appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. PJ, it's been great to have you back on the show tonight, man. It feels like old times, and it's just been it's been the show. Foster, you know how much I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Sriram, open invitation anytime you want. Please come back. Just let us know.
I'm all yours, and PJ, so amazing to spend this time with you again. Foster, thank you. Hey, this is not like those the ground rubbers, all right?
I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
I couldn't help it, man. You see his face?
I saw the moment
I'm yours,
my
anytime.
mouth started moving. I already knew what the hell was going on. All right.
You're like, shut up! Stop! Fuck! It's already out of my mouth.
But and Foster, thank you as always, man. This is great to see you, and I'm glad you're doing better. Carl, you kicked total ass, taking care of everything. So thank you for everything that you've done. I'm not going to even fathom
Josh
this.
Blackwell meat writer on this ecosystem here.
Planet.
Wait, who is me?
No, Carl is.
Carl is. He's the biggest.
That's him admitting it. That's him admitting it.
Yeah.
He is the biggest Josh. He's like.
Is there a problem with that, Foster?
No, not at all, man. I like the guy too, just not as much as you.
Please finish free round.
Yes. Either way, Carl, I'm with you on the Josh Blackwell, but thanks again for everything. I cannot fathom what you do, be like behind the scenes and also being here and talking to us. So thanks a ton, man.
Listen, everyone here, we love you guys. Every one of you. We appreciate you. You mean the world to us. Without you, we would not exist. We love you guys. Make sure you check out the British Bears show on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. UK time. And we'll see you again after another victory Monday, or another victory Sunday, I should say, next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the best fucking channel that you can ever hope to watch for a Bears podcast. We love you guys. Thank you for your support. We'll see you in a week. Let's end this shit on a 1, 2, 3. Okay. What? No super chats? Bears.
Charles teeth for Christmas, man, and the Bears. Fuck Green Bay.
You like to stroke my pussy, darling?
Shit, fuck Green Bay.
We BCP, we BCP.